good? What's good, fan base and YouTube? What's good? Fan base and YouTube, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like, hit that love, hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button. Make sure y'all definitely join me on fan base. Definitely make sure you join me on fan base. The link for fan base is in the chat. It is in the chat. We are in for a treat today. It's been a lot of stuff going on in the energy. It's been a lot of stuff going on in the energy. It's been a lot of things going on in the energy. Okay. Yeah, it's been a lot of things going on in the energy. So definitely wanna you wanna tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tap in with me. Okay. Um, yeah. So yeah, let me make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button, that thumbs up button. We are in the building for another what do you love about fan base? What do you love about fan base is all things fan base, news, politics, seeing what's going on, energy. If you're new, I do go over spirituality, and different things like that. So you can fast forward, come back, whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of things to it. Today's Thursday, so we have our tech talk with our CTO Romero, and he will be streaming live. Hold on, y'all. Who is my doorbell? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? What's good, fan base in YouTube? Fan base in YouTube. It's always something. It's always something. So let's go ahead and get back up into this show. And that goes to show you when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You stay on top of it. I gotta catch my breath. Man, what time is it? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So, let's get back into this. As you can see, the energy has been off. I just got somebody knocking on my door, complaining. This energy, I'm sick and tired. Because the energy. Okay? Let me catch my breath. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. Welcome. That complaint, I'll get into that in another episode. Right now, this, you see, let me burn some sage, because this is people trying to set you away from doing what you're supposed to be doing. And this is what I'm talking about. We're talking about this Charlie Kirk stuff. Talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, talking about that. And, yeah. Let's go ahead and, sage this energy. Because this some, you see what I'm saying? This some. So, if you knew this episode is about what do you love about fan base, and what do I love about fan base? Time like this, I can get online and I can repeat and I can speak and I can speak my piece. That's what I love about fan base. That's what I love about fan base. And this energy has been under attack. I have been under spiritual attack. It was a knock on my door saying complaints from me, and that's not the case. You see what I'm saying? So this is I was just on TikTok, right? And I just got done with TikTok, right? Before I started you guys' live, right? So I was over on TikTok, and the thing I was talking about was how we are redirecting our energy, right? That's what I was talking about. I was talking about that man passed yesterday. Let's get into this energy, because they tried to see, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to get me to where I can't speak. They don't want me to speak. They want me to be discombobulated. They don't want this message to get out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to understand that you are free and that you are no longer a slave. They don't want that to get out. They don't want that to get out. They don't want that to get out at all. Yeah. Six of Cups. That's what I'm saying. They want you to be in your emotions. See what I'm saying? They want you to be in your emotions. They want you to be in your emotions. In your emotions. In your emotions. That's what they want. Yeah, they want you to be in the Six of Cups. They don't want you. They don't want you to grow up. They want you to be all in your emotions. Ace of Wands. They don't want you to be self-assured. They don't want you to speak up. You know what I'm saying? What I say? Spiritual. They don't want you to be spiritual at all. At all. They don't want you to be spiritual at all. Do you hear me? They do not want you to be spiritual at all. And somebody keep putting a complaint on my house. Clarify. Oof. Six of Cups. Oof. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, they want to be a thief of your emotions. Want you all in your head. Yeah. They don't want you to be happy. You know that. And because, you know, there's a spiritual awakening. Because there's a spiritual awakening and balanced emotions, they don't want you to have nothing. Nothing. Clarify, thief. Yeah. They want you to be isolated. This thief wants you to be isolated. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to speak up. They don't want you to say anything. They want you to be isolated. Yeah. Somebody is longing to be with somebody else and is in bad mental health. Clarify bad mental health. Because today, we not falling for it. We're not falling for it. Yeah. Soulmate. Yeah. Somebody is in a marriage and they longer for their soulmate. Somebody is in a marriage and they longer for their soulmate. They longer for their soulmate. They want them in isolation. Mental turmoil. Yeah. They're like, is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too late? Yeah. Yeah, somebody want to pop the question. Told you, somebody want to pop the question to their soulmate. They longer for their soulmate. They was under a love spell. They popped the question to the wrong person. And now they in bad mental health and it's having a spiritual awakening. Yeah. This is bad news. This is bad news because this thief energy do not want this man, do not want these men to wake up. Do not want nobody to support these high priestesses. This is what I just said. This is why I love Fanbase, because at a time right now that probably would have set me off or tried to get me in a mental turmoil when I'm in the middle of doing something. You see what I'm saying? That don't even make no sense. That don't even make no sense. Clarify too late. Yeah. Yeah. Took a lot of strength to lead this thief. That had them in this wishy-washy energy. You know what I'm saying? They was under a love spell. Clarify bad news. Yeah. Yeah. This high man. Come on, man. High priestess. Yeah, this is bad news. Somebody was going back and forth with a high priestess for somebody else. They want to marry this high priestess. They didn't grow up. See, that's what I'm saying. They didn't grow up. And this thief that they was married to don't want them to move on. That got them in bad mental health. I can't make it up. They don't want you to speak. They don't want me to say nothing. They always, every time I got a message for y'all, it's always something. It's either music or whatever. But when I got to get the message out, I got to get the message out. They'll woke this out at all. Clarify strain. Yeah. Took a lot of toil and labor to get away from this thief energy that they popped the question to, but they see you as high honor. Yeah. Yeah. They on the path. They on the way. And nobody can't stop love, and that's just period. Yeah. Toil and labor to get away from this family. Clarify high honor. They see the high priestess as high honor. Yeah. None of them third parties is suffering in silence. Karmics is suffering in silence. Yeah, they learned their consequences. They on the pathway from they consequences. You know what I'm saying? They learned. See, this is what I'm saying. They wanted me to get off the train of thought about that man being unalive yesterday. They don't want me to tell y'all the answer is to download Fanbase. They don't want that message to get out. They don't want me to talk about the truth. They don't want me to talk about the truth at all. They don't want me to talk about the truth. Yeah. They had a spiritual awakening. Yep. They had a spiritual awakening. Yeah, they had a spiritual awakening. This is not for my highest good. Yeah. So once they had a spiritual awakening, caused a firestorm. Yep. They miss you. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The truth is always gonna be the truth. Yeah. This high priestess is getting love, getting respect, getting honor. And people is just trying to steal this, like, this high priestess joy. They don't at all. Yeah. Yeah, got people in the 9 of swords. You can call all the people you want to on me. I ain't did nothing. I'm in the clear. Yep. Yep. Firestorm. Clarify firestorm. Yeah. Yeah. This high priestess is in her queen, her bag energy. Yup. And it's causing a firestorm. Page of Wands. Consequences. 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 Yeah. Yeah, they had a spiritual awakening. Had a spiritual awakening. Had a spiritual awakening. You see what I'm saying? All this stuff is a distraction. All this stuff is a distraction from me doing what I'm doing, and it is enlightening and uplifting. See, all of this is a distraction. All of this is a distraction. All of it is a distraction. You hear what I'm saying? All of it is a distraction. Why would they want you to know about the truth? Why? 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Yeah. People is losing it. Clarify Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Mature. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. This is a distraction. Poverty. They want this high priestess to be in poverty. They don't want her to have love. They want her to be in poverty. They want her to be losing her mind. Yeah. 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 Got people paranoid. Paranoid. Because she not falling. Let me, yeah. These people toxic. 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 Yeah. Toxic. Blocked. Poverty. Blocked. Whatever that was, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Trying to get you off your square. I think that, yeah, divine feminine. Trying to get you off your square. Trying to get you off your square. Nope, I don't think so. We stand for justice. We stand for rights. We stand for purpose. Yeah. Left them behind. Yeah. Moving shady. Moving shady. Running. You can make all the fucking phone calls you want to. Justice will always be in the queen's favor. How about that? How about that? How about that? Yeah, how about that? How about that? Yeah. That's why I love Fanbase. Because I'm able to get my voice out to the masses. Told you they paranoid. They paranoid. Not that they in the Page of Pentacles, but they want you in the Page of Pentacles. Why? You the whole Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You the divine feminine. What God has for you is for you. Yeah. 3. Want to come in. You see what I'm saying? Now a weird phone call want to come in when you see what I'm saying? You can't shut me up. You can't shut me up. Who gonna check me, boo? Who? Cause you can't shut me up. Page of Pentacles. Yup. So everything they doing is legal manners. Legal. Trouble. How about that? Now they want to run. Don't run now. Don't run now. Don't run now. Yeah. You recharging and you chilling. You recharging and you chilling. They just mad because they love you, divine feminine. They just mad because they love you. That's just it. They mad because you get love from the divine. Whether you in a relationship or not, God takes care of you. And that's what this is about. Focusing on you, getting closer to the divine, making sure that you are together. I don't care what people say. $5 is better than no money. People hungry, people starving. But they will tear you down. Nope. 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 Who gonna check me, boo? Who? Yeah, who? Yeah. Yeah. After they get done, this is what they're gonna be. No money at all. At least they had some money. Nah. They ain't got none. Clarify running. Clarify running. Clarify running. No happiness for them. Clarify recharge. Clarify recharge. See, we move positive over here. Over here, we move positive. Like me, love me, hate me, whatever. But I'm still doing what God says so. Yeah. King of Swords. King of Swords is protecting this high priestess, divine feminine. Yeah. Who gonna check? Who? See, everywhere I go, there's energies that don't want me to be somewhere. So when I start calling out bullshit, weird ass shit happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? The city coming out questioning me about some shit that I don't even got nothing to do with. This is what I'm talking about. When you walking in your divine purpose, people, when you call out people doing you wrong, the first thing you know what I'm saying? And the first thing they gonna do is try to do anything to get you out and try to get you distracted off your purpose. But I'm telling you, continue to stand on your business. Continue to stand on your square. Because wherever you go, God gonna be there and you gonna be good. You gonna be good. They don't want you to shine. They don't want you to shine. No, ma'am. No, sir. They don't want you to shine. That's too much like right. But too late. You already shining. Yep. They exhausted. They exhausted trying to go against you. Who gonna check me? Who? Yeah. That just turned me up some more. Because they've been trying to make me lose my mind. They've been trying to do all types of shit. Weird ass shit. Everywhere I go, that's how I know I'm touched by the divine. Yup. And this is injustice is coming in today. Swear it is. Yeah. Yup. A lot of people gonna be salty about it. But oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Justice. 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 Yeah. Yeah, justice. Justice. How you gonna block somebody that's already protected by God? How? How? Make that make sense. You can shun me, you can not talk to me, whatever. But I'ma still do what God tells me to do. And if he tell me to get on this camera, if he say what I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? If he say do whatever you gotta do, I'ma do it. Period. I don't gotta chase you. I don't gotta bully you. I ain't gotta do nothing. You gonna get your karma. You gonna get your karma. And that's just period. That's just period. That's just period. That's just period. Yup. Yup. Love child. These relationships ending. Yeah, yeah. What I tell you? Funeral. Over. Finito. Fanatic. Legal situations again. Don't get mad at me. Do right. Treat people right. Talk to people right. Don't be busting out people's cards. You know what I'm saying? Calling on people. You know what I'm saying? Calling people. Having the city come out to their house. Like, is you cool? 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 Yeah, you must not. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. You must not know. They don't want you to think highly and divine of yourself. Devil in reverse. Told you. Rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Yep. People heartbroken about this. Because why? You the whole Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. High Priestess. And the Queen of Cups. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop. This is that. But see, with great responsibility, you know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of hate. It comes with people, like, as soon as you call people bullshit out, you know what I'm saying? People start doing weird shit to you. Cause you standing on business. They be like, oh my God, like, that's not that serious. Like, oh my God, you're blowing shit out of proportion. No, I'm not. Yeah. The devil tried to have you in prison. I don't think so. Yeah. That's why they mad. Yeah. They mad because a wealthy man loves you, appreciates you, see the value in you, care for you, the whole nine. Got people in their feelings. Clarify Queen of Cups. Main male. Yeah, they mad because they're like, yeah, that's her. That's her. I see her. She love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate her. I rock with her. Yeah, she cool. Yeah, shout out to Queen Mo. Shout out to Sister. Shout out to the Divine Feminist. Shout out. They just mad. You protected by you protected by God. That's why I love fan base. That's why I love fan base. Period. That's why I love fan base. These feminine energies. Hating. Always. Yeah. Trying to get established off these men. That's why they heartbroken. That's why they heartbroken. Because all them babies y'all had, all that weird ass shit y'all doing, is finito. It's finale. It's over with. If you ain't moving right, You know what I'm saying? Ain't no degree or nothing gonna protect you. Period. Ain't no degree or nothing gonna protect you. Get a couple more energies and then we going on in the fan base. But yeah, this y'all message over here. This y'all message over here. Yeah. They married a feminine. They married a feminine thinking she got money. Whole time they want to be with you. Yeah. Not people heartbroken. Cause you receiving love, you receiving divine, you receiving purpose. Is you cool? Thank y'all fan base for staying in there. Yeah. This is no longer a fairy tale. This is no longer a fairy tale. This is the truth, the nothing but the truth. Let's go ahead and pull a couple more energies and then we're gonna get in the fan base. Yeah, clarify marriage. I don't know. I ain't waiting. Heartbroken. Clarify heartbroken. Be positive. Treat people right. Tower. What did I tell you? Tower. And these people is in a hermit because they realizing, this, they waking up from their fairy tale. Yeah, you waking up from your fairy tale. You waking up from your fairy tale. Who gonna check me, boo? Because wherever I go, I'm protected. Wherever I go, I'm gonna eat. Wherever I go, I'm gonna be clothed. Wherever I go. Yeah. Justice. Legal problems. That came out 3 times. Yeah. They thought they was the main female, but they're not. This is a concern. No need to be concerned. Just wake up from your fairy tale. That's it. That's all. You thought I wasn't gonna say nothing? Yeah, narcissist. Thought I wasn't gonna say nothing. For real, I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah. Yeah, it usually be people in this live. It usually, that's what I'm saying. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. Can't stop my voice. That's it. That's all. Yeah. Spirit stays chill. Take a vacay. Relax. Don't worry about it. Archangel Michael said so. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Like, stop playing with me. Yeah. Nope. Narcissists want to go round and round and round and round and round and round. Yeah. Yup. Faith and healing. Yup. You drinking and smoking the coke. That ain't my problem. Better go talk to John. You know what I'm saying? Better go clear that up. You mad because I ain't no demons attacking me. You mad because these high priestesses and these divine feminists, they ain't addicted to drugs, they ain't addicted to sex, they ain't, you know what I'm saying, and they move with a smooth heart. You just mad. Go scratch it behind and be glad. Positive. Yeah. Yeah. Positive memories. Clarify, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody about to confess. Everybody know. Everybody know. Everybody know. About this fake family they was with. Let's get their true intentions real quick. Gift. See, that's the problem. They thought she was desperate. They come in and do you a big favor. Let's get the soul card energy. Trust that everything is going to be all right. You already free from this. Because Archangel Michael said it. Yeah, they thought you was desperate, but you were already free. You're not desperate. For what? Clarify big favors. Yeah, clarify big favor. Yeah. Continue to be an individual. Yeah. Continue to be an individual. Mm-hmm. Yep. Move in the sunlight. Continue to be positive. Yeah. Justice. 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 7 of Cups. Decision has already been made. Somebody doing you a big favor. Because you've been being yourself, being an individual, and a decision is already made. See, what God has for you, it is for you. Yeah, they mad because you ain't strung out. They mad because of what? Yeah, yeah. A whole community is going down. A whole community is going down. And yeah, clarify justice. Yep, yep. Because the world loves you. Continue to be positive. Continue to be loving. 7 of Cups. Yeah, we're going to get on the fan base. Welcome. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all join. Camp. Make sure y'all definitely check the links in the chat. Welcome, fan base. Thank you. 7 of Cups. What do you love about fan base? Yeah. Privileged lady. Privileged lady. Mm-hmm. Clarify community. Yeah. Whole community know they was clingy. Know they was moving out of lust. Yeah. And this was a love affair situation that is over. Because God said so. Period. 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 See, they want to distract me from saying what I got to say. They want to distract me from speaking up. They want to distract me. Yeah, they want me to turn my back on my purpose. Never that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never that. Never that. God come first. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the room. They don't hear me. They don't hear me later. But I did what God told me to do. Yeah, this energy has been rejected. Mm-hmm. Yeah, massive regrets. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our fan base energy. It's good. Yeah, they coming to apologize, and that's the truth. And they spying to see if your person came back, but your person never left your side. Your community never left your side. Period. Yeah, and there was a lot of conflict. Let's get some self-care energy. Self-care energy was good, was good, was good. Yeah. Dance, be happy. Get you some dessert. And continue to enjoy your alone time. So let's go ahead and get into fan base. What's good, what's good? This was y'all message. This was y'all spiritual message. Yeah. The message is, you know what I'm saying? Like, they pretty much trying to silence the chosen ones. They pretty much trying to silence our voices. They don't want our voice to be heard. We weren't about that shooting with that man yesterday, and we got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry. I need for y'all to download fan base. Fan base, I need for y'all to hit that subscribe button for your chance to win 1,000 loves. I need 5,000 subscribers. I need 5,000. 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We don't see the people. We don't see the people around us. We don't see the people that care about us. We don't never see none of that. We don't never see it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, I could tell you all day I've been persecuted. This time last year, this time last year, you know what I'm saying? They said, you know what I'm saying? This time that last year I was delivered. Yeah. They broke in my house and did all types of crazy stuff. But I'm still standing. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Still standing. period. So, fan base, you can import your TikTok, Instagram. Okay, so these are my latest posts. We will be going to Thursday's Tech Talk. I'll be closing down the audio room, but it will be broadcasted on my YouTube channel. If you don't see it over here on YouTube, 9 times out of 10, these shows are on my fan base page. Okay, these flyers are just not flyers. These flyers are just not flyers. These flyers, this is a room twice a week that I host. You have any questions at the end, I'll ask questions, make sure y'all okay, different things like that. Give you fan base news, fan base updates. I do that twice a week. Okay? What else? My morning wellness room where we meditate. I did a subscriber movie night last night. Let's see. Please make sure y'all check the chat. There's information in the chat. I do movie nights every Saturday, game nights on Fridays. Okay. I do another live audio room here on Friday where we just shoot the breeze, shoot the stuff, so you know what I'm saying, talk about what's the week, different things like that. And we will be going to our tech talk. Okay. Let's see. If you do not look at all these videos, I do a lot. Okay. There's a lot back here. Okay. Please make sure y'all join my camps. The Queen More Loved In camp. The I Am My Sister's Keeper LLC Women's Camp. I have women's group every Wednesday. We just had a good session yesterday. It was definitely a session. The Chosen Ones camp. Okay. Let's see. Y'all. See how the energy is trying to cross. This is my link tree. So this is my link tree. This is fan base, y'all. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Everything when I do my broadcast, nothing was messing up. As soon as that doorbell rang, So, yeah. So I do have subscriber content, okay? So, if y'all don't see any videos, they're over here, okay? The subscriber live yesterday. Great movie. Okay. We got the audio rooms open. All right, y'all see we live. Okay. Upcoming audio rooms. If you want to be put on the audio room schedule, see, what do you love about fan base? This is live audio room right now on the schedule. We will be going over to this room. I'll be shutting down the audio room and we'll be going over there. But this will be broadcast live on Fanbase. My morning rooms, and then I have it again on Saturday, okay? Okay, so definitely check out these rooms and these activities, okay? Let's see. Make sure y'all invest. Let's go over the investments. See where we're at. Okay, this is where we're at on the investment raise. This is where we're at on the investment raise. So make sure y'all definitely click that link to invest. These are the different rewards. Okay. Okay, these are the different rewards tiers for the different rewards investment levels as well. Um, these are the different tiers for that. Okay. What else? What else? So make me wait. Fanbase partnership program. If you are a business or organization, everything is linked in. Everything is linked in my link tree. Okay. What else is linked in my link tree? Black Box franchise. If you have a business or organization and you want to, for your business, check them out. I do update. I need to update and put some more resources on here, but a lot of these are fan-based resources. We're making a difference over here on Fanbase. Okay. All right. Don't make me wait. Please don't do that. Alright. Do. Where is it? Did they erase it? No, they didn't. It's right here.
Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. We stand for those who defy suppression, who speak out, and those who walk the road less traveled. Everyone deserves to be seen and their voices to be heard. We're sparking a movement, growing a community of creators united by the desire for freedom, choice, equity, and ownership. At Fanbase, it's all for one and one for all. We support each other to guide, promote, and uplift you in a place where you can unapologetically be yourself. A place where your voice, ideas, and creativity are not just welcomed, but celebrated. We are Black founded, minority funded, and supported by a diverse, inclusive, powerful community that believes in the strength of authenticity and individual choice. Regardless of success or background, we welcome you, the marginalized, the underappreciated, the successful, the superstar. We're for all who seek a space to express themselves freely, where they are rewarded for being their authentic, true self. We transcend labels because only we have the right to define ourselves. We are built for the brave, the culture, the creators, and for the future where everyone has the power to shape their own destiny. Where all are empowered, voices are amplified, and freedom is embraced. For the first time, you have a chance to own the platform you helped make popular. It's a revolution. A movement in how we connect, create, and share. Everyone is a creator, and everyone has a fan base. Here, you can be you, without limits. What's up? We're back with another episode of Invested, where we discuss the ever-evolving creator economy and our $17 million Regulation 8 crowdfund on Start Engine. I am your host, Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, And joining me every week, as always, is Noah Washington, head of partners and communications at Fanbase. And this week, we are joined by Big Brother star Mickey Lee, Big Brother 27, recently evicted, damn, but we're glad to have her back. We all know Mickey here, so we're glad to have her back in ATL, and glad to have you here on the pod this week.
I'm super excited.
Yay!
Being back with my peaches in the A.
Yay! That's what's up. So first, Mickey, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Noah.
So let's jump into this. What first drew you into Big Brother, and when you got there, what adjustments to your lifestyle had to be made?
That's a great question, actually. I think, honestly, what drew me to Big Brother is the fact that they reached out to me, let's be honest. So, obviously, when the opportunity knocked, it sounded great, because I thought it was something very unique and different that not a lot of people like me are able to accomplish and do. So, I was like, I want the challenge. I want to take on that opportunity, and so I did. In regards to the different changes it required with my lifestyle, the first thing was honestly being comfortable with being dissected. Obviously, I knew that came with that, people being able to have an opinion about me, so I had to be comfortable with that. So that was a big change. And being comfortable with people knowing my business, which is another huge change for me, because I am a person that is big on discretion and, kind of giving a little mystery to people. So that definitely had to change quickly.
For those who may not have seen Big Brother before, just break down what the show is about.
Okay, so Big Brother is one of the longest standing reality shows that there is. So this is their 25th year, 27 seasons, and it is basically a social game where a group of people are moved into a house, and they come from all different backgrounds, and the goal is to make it to the very end to win $750,000.
Damn.
Each week, I know, right? Each week, you're voted out by your house guests, and that's pretty much it. You play competitions in between to get power to it, and you just have to kind of like stay strong, kind of have to kiss a lot of butt a little bit to make it through, and you cannot come off as a big threat.
Oh my God! So you got to remain kind of like chill, but at the same time like formidable. That's pretty tough. How was your experience in the house? Like,
Honestly, my experience in the house was as expected. I think easy on, I noticed that I was very different from everybody else, which, I mean, of course. But I could tell I didn't really have a lot in common with everyone there, so it was kind of like making it till you make it. And I think it was really hard for me to hide my strong personality. That was a big thing. And honestly, it was just hard to conform to the lifestyle. So, like, you're in a house 24 hours a day with people you have no idea about, and you're on camera 24/7, which is weird. Using the restroom in public, and showering, and sharing one toilet.
one toilet? Oh, I would have made it. I can't do that.
One toilet, yeah. So it's an adjustment. It was definitely an interesting experience. But I do it again, sure. But it took a lot out of me. I'll say that.
I'm a little curious. So before we recorded, right? We were talking a little bit before about your experience. I'm curious, when you leave to go to Big Brother, right? Like expenses, communication, like break down what happens while you're in the show.
So like when you're in the house, obviously you do not have any connection with the outside world. So whatever you have going on in your life, you gotta have somebody figure it out for you. So let's say if you get an eviction notice on the door or something crazy, you just have to figure it out when you get back. There's nothing that you can do about it while you're gone. You have to be locked in and focused on the game, and that's what I had to do as well. So you kind of just make sure that someone in your life can handle just day-to-day things for you, if there's anything to handle. I think most people that go on the show kind of like, they pause their life for a while and, maybe move out, they live with their parents or something like that, and then they just figure it out once they get back.
Wow. So you were on the show for 72 days?
71 days.
71,
72 days gone, yes.
So up until then, the show goes for what, 90 days or around 90?
Yeah, about that. So the reunion is September 28th. I think that'd probably be about 92, 94 days-ish, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
So you were killing the game, right? Like online, people are saying that Mickey was gonna win, right? You were even head of household, right? Explain what head of household is.
So head of household is basically you win a competition and you're allowed to have the power to determine who goes on the block to go home. So you typically will pick 1 to 3 people based on what the rules are for that season. This season was 3 people. And you decide who you think is the least important for your game to go home. Those 3 people compete to decide which one of the 3 comes off the block. And then there's 2 people left, basically. And I got my power, and people said that I let my power to my head. I don't know.
Did you?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, let's be real. It's HOH. I don't think the power went to my head. I think that when people saw that I was able to obtain power and handle it in a very strong, intentional way, that was the issue. That was the threat, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of drama.
Oof.
So when you were head of household, let's talk about, I don't know who, like Lemonade Gate. I don't know what it was about.
Lemonade Gate.
Lemonade Gate.
Lemonade Gate.
So when when you're the head of household, you get your own kind of like section of the refrigerator or stuff like that.
No, okay, so when you're head of household, you actually get your own fridge.
Okay,
So you have a
own
fridge
refrigerator.
in your room. It's a mini fridge, yes. And all your favorite things are put into that fridge. So when your head of household is over, you move all those things out, obviously, and it's available to everyone if you don't identify them as yours.
Right.
So yes, there was some lemonade that
Was
was
yours.
mine.
And then it made it to the common fridge
Yeah.
in the house, and then you took a drink out of that lemonade, but it was your lemonade.
It was my lemonade, yes, yes.
Was your name written on it?
So yes, there's initials. They have like little stickers on the bottom of the bottle. And it's funny, that particular lemonade, someone had already drank it. So when I put my stuff back in the fridge, someone drank it, and I had to ask for more because I was like, hey, like someone drank my lemonade. So they replenished it and gave me a new bottle. And that new bottle was the one that you saw me drinking that I hid. I hid it in the very back behind. I remember it was, I feel like it was a bag of broccoli and something else that I kind of pushed to the back to make sure it was behind that, and that's what I was drinking from.
So nobody else was supposed to drink that. That was your lemonade.
It was just for me, yes.
Like you wound up on TNT.
I know, right? Which is crazy. I never envisioned myself being on TMZ, I'll be honest, but for lemonade, it's crazy.
Yeah, Lemonade Gate was pretty, I mean, people were saying that it was kind of gross. I mean, I drink out of the fridge in my house, but I'm the only one that is in my house. So I understand, but you know how some people are, they'll just take your stuff without permission. People will sneak. Yeah.
I agree, which is why I drink out of my bottle. So whoever drank my lemonade originally, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna hide it, and if they do find it, well, you know,
Drink after you.
they're drinking my germs, I guess.
It's like-
That's so rude, but it's the truth. Yes.
Spitting on the pizza when you don't want to eat it.
Oh my gosh, I would never do that, but that is.
I used to do that when I was a
Given
kid. I used to do that when I was younger.
That's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I used to do that. I would spit all over the pizza so that my sister couldn't eat any. Hi, Heather.
I'm
No, she wouldn't.
That's not funny.
That man couldn't.
That is not funny.
So
That's not funny, Isaac.
I was like 9.
That's fair though, because when you're a kid, you do stuff
When
like
you're a
that.
kid, you do little silly stuff like
Yeah,
that.
or like you lick it or something. It's like, oh, you can't have
Yeah,
any.
you can't have any. Yeah.
okay, all right. That's fair.
You know, it's like I'm not understanding.
So, you know, this particular episode of Invested, we are diving into what I feel is an attack on Black women. And I know that some of the conversations that were going on inside the house and outside in the real world had to do with your energy and you being a Black woman on this show with predominantly white people and other races of individuals. How did you feel being, you know, I think one of maybe was it 3 Black women in the house? How did you feel being in that house, and how was that experience for you as a Black woman?
So, as a Black woman, I think being in a house was just very different. Obviously, I live in Atlanta. We are the mecca of culture, right? And I don't think that there was any hint of that culture in the house, which again, it doesn't have to be. I think I was the hint of that culture.
Okay.
So, a lot of things that, you know, I talk about commonly, I don't think a lot of people understood. You know, just even music or artists or things I enjoy doing. I don't think a lot of us have the same experiences or similarities when it came to that. So that was one thing. And I also do think that a lot of people expected me to react to certain things in the house as they would anticipate a Black woman would, if that makes sense.
What do you mean anticipate a Black woman? How would a Black woman react?
So, well, I'm not going to say that we react this way, but I do think a lot of people expect Black women to be the ones that, you know, get angry a lot quicker than others, depending on what the circumstances are. So I try to be very intentional about that. You know, when things would happen, for instance, obviously me and a castmate, Riley, got into it really bad. And, you know, he was yelling and using profanity towards me. And in that moment, you know, I held my composure, but I do think that the narrative or people would have expected me to pop off per se. And those are things that I tried not to do because I did not want to go in and be labeled as a BW, which of course is the angry Black woman.
Wow, that's so. It was hard for you to respond to someone being aggressive to you, and you felt the pressure to not look like the angry Black woman, which I don't think that's fair. Someone's cursing at you. you should be able to respond how you want to respond.
Agreed, but I think it's bigger than that. Obviously, you have millions of people watching you, and obviously everyone expects one thing, and I wanted to try to be a little bit the opposite of that for sure. Everything I did was under a microscope anyway, obviously, as it always is for us. So I was trying to be very intentional and very careful with what I did do, even though obviously I still came off as this super strong and some people said overly confident person. I just think that's naturally me, and naturally a lot of us don't.
If you're weak, that's you.
It is me.
It's naturally you. It's not, nobody is bothered by that, but I think there's nothing wrong with it. And also, this is something that I say, again, coming from this city, Atlanta, you carry a different energy about yourself.
Yeah.
Especially dealing with people of other races. So sometimes it's like, you're not supposed to talk to me like, you don't talk to me like that. Like, we don't have that level of energy towards one another in the city. So sometimes, a lot of times, they expect a maybe more docile black person, situations like that. And you don't play that shit in Atlanta.
No, Atlanta's a different beast. And I think if you've never been to Atlanta and you don't know anyone from Atlanta, even though I'm not born and raised, but you guys have adopted me, we do carry an era of us, like an era of us.
Yeah.
We are who we think we are.
We on our own shit.
We do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong to say that. I always say it's controversial, but I say it's black people from Atlanta, and there's black people everywhere else.
Correct.
And I've said that before. I've said that plenty of times, that I've never, as long as I've lived in the city, I've never felt like a minority. It's just a different feeling.
It is.
You stand equal. You don't feel above anybody. It's just,
Absolutely.
You just feel right, even with everybody else in the city. You don't feel like, okay, white supremacists got their thumb on me, and I need to behave or act in a particular way to be able to operate in this environment. So,
Great.
That's so. You made it to. But there's like 2.5 weeks left before the show is. I mean, the show is over. The competition is over. We figure out who our winner is, right? So after leaving, you made it super far. But after leaving the show, you are now stepping into a content creator position, right? What's the net experience like? How have the fans carried over to this new occupation?
Ooh, oh my goodness. So I guess my new role as a content creator, it's interesting. I do feel very overwhelmed. I can't even mind say that I don't, just because I do think there's a lot of pressure to make sure that I quote unquote perform and stay quote unquote relevant, as others might say. But the fan base, I'll be honest, is really dope. Like, I've seen a lot of the things that people have been saying. It's been a lot of hate, which I knew would happen going into this, but there's been a lot of love. Like, people really respect me for just being my authentic self. And I think what I'm trying to do now is just make sure I channel more of that. So allowing people to see more of me, do more experiences that allow people to understand the city and the culture more than they ever did before, and bringing people here and seeing little bits and pieces of what my life looks like so they have a better understanding of why I am the way I am and why I was the way I was in that house.
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, you're also a business owner,
Correct.
right? Tell us a little bit more about your business and how that plays into your creation and your social media life.
So I own a company called Mingle. So we do elevated experiences here in Atlanta, Georgia. And the goal is to basically fine-tune what people consider a good time in the city of Atlanta. So just showing the world, obviously, that we have so much going on, but we're able to curate things that are more than just lemon pepper wings and hookah, which are things that we love. We love them in Atlanta, let's be clear.
That's a crazy take.
But it's the truth. We love it here. But obviously, I'm just trying to be a little bit more intentional with just adding more things to what we have going on. So we do a lot of activations. A lot of people meet each other at my experiences. I have a couple of couples. I have a mingle baby. We have a mingle wedding. So we just curate dope vibes for very, very dope people.
Full disclosure, while Miki was on Big Brother, I was her social media coordinator. I was trying to help out because I always feel like when you do shows like this, like especially I was watching Love Island and how popular, like people went from having like 100,000 followers to like 3 million.
Million, yes.
Yeah, million. And of course, Love Island is this huge, massive show, more on the newer side of things. How are you handling people recognizing you? Because first time I saw you since being back, you was like, that's Mickey from Big Brother. I need to take a picture of her. Like, she got fans, like real shit. Like, she got real life fans. We were on the roof. And this guy that works for the Gathering Spot was like, yo, that's Mickey from Big Brother. I gotta get a picture with her.
That's insane.
You've gone from reality, reality TV to reality creator now.
I like that.
How are you handling that?
I'm handling it well. I think I'm a very humble person. I'm still shocked that people even know who I am. I go into Nobu, and it's cool to be known by people that are of color and that are not of color.
Yeah.
And they are happy to see me all the same. So it's really dope. And honestly, I think the biggest thing for me is just trying to make sure I make people proud. I don't want them to support me or be a fan of me and I'm not doing anything that obviously, is of great value to just my people, them, and the city of Atlanta.
I got a good question for you. Noah has another one about being out of the house, but this is my question. What was the most shocking thing you heard when leaving and coming back to reality?
Oh, about myself?
No, about just anything in pop culture, like when you came out, like this happened while you were in there, you didn't know.
What did I hear? I heard. What did I hear? Oh, I don't know. Am I allowed to say this? I heard that Diddy, he's waiting, like he got convicted, right?
Oh, you went in before Diddy was
That's crazy.
No, he was found not guilty.
Oh, really? Oh, someone told me that he was found.
I can't remember. Wait,
Let's try
Quote unquote allegedly, right? No.
verify.
Yeah, let's verify. I did hear that.
most of the charges he was found not guilty on. So that I didn't.
Yeah, he was convicted on 2 counts
That's what they say.
of transportation, and
But not the most serious stuff.
on July 2nd. On July 2nd.
On July 2nd. Okay, so you had gone in.
Yeah, I was
So
gone.
you was 4th of July.
I missed all the good holidays.
Yeah, man.
I know.
Wow.
Cookouts, the barbecues. I wanted ribs so bad. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
What about?
Kicking it without me?
So you were gone. You missed the Young Thug tapes.
I didn't see any of that. See, I still don't even know about that.
So yeah, the Young Thug boy. So everybody. So apparently this is Ratlanta now, because everybody looks like they're calling everybody a rat.
No.
Oh yeah, it's been crazy. Everybody's been going at each other about snitching. So snitch culture is really under fire right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you missed all the.
See, what's funny is
Apparently, Young Thug had the greatest hits of jail phone calls, and he basically dissed everybody from Drake to Kendrick to
Yeah.
to Gunna to everybody, and now they're being dropped like every day.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're being
Oh,
dropped.
that's fire. I can't lie. I didn't even know that. I'm only 2 days out, obviously. I feel like I was in the feds, but I'm 2 days out. And there's so much stuff I still don't know anything.
Yeah, they dropping their boys. They dropping their boys. He called out everybody.
You even have a few Mariah the Scientist conversations that got leaked as well.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I remember the last one, like, Am I Your Baby? Like, I remember that one. That's the last one I heard.
he dissed Gorilla. He dissed Drake. He dissed Future. He dissed. I can't remember. Did he diss? I don't know. It's a lot.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot.
I've missed a lot, obviously.
So Noah has a question.
Oh, I have a few questions.
Oh, gosh. What?
So, like any woman on TV, right? I'm sure that the DMs were popping. What was the craziest DM you got when you came back and got yourself on?
The So, fun fact, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I still have not gone through all of my DMs because it's a little much.
Wow.
But I'm still trying to make my way through it.
There you go. Okay.
Some of the okay. But like one of the funniest ones I will say, there was 2. One was obviously someone said that, they were a huge fan of mine and that they're based here in Atlanta. And they asked if they could run me a bath, which I thought was very interesting.
Are they famous?
No. They have a nice amount of followers, but I'm not sure what they do.
Okay.
But they asked if they run me a bath. They were like, they just want to, run me a bath and say, could they take me to dinner, which was interesting. But the bath was very
Was the bath first or the dinner?
It was bath first. And they
So
emphasized
bathe
it.
you then feed you.
Correct.
Not feed you then bathe you.
Correct. They wanted to bathe me, which I thought was very interesting.
Interesting.
And then another one was someone inquired if I was interested in selling undergarments that I wore while I was on the show.
Oh,
Wait, specifically while you were on the show?
Mm-hmm.
they want your big brother panties?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People are very interested. So yeah, those are the 2 ones that I can remember the most. But yeah, so none of those were responded to. I kept it moving, but I'm just like, oh, that's very interesting. Yeah.
How much were they trying to pay for?
I'm not gonna disclose. There was a price though. I can't lie. Yeah.
What was the price?
He was offering $2,500.
What? What? $2,500?
No, it was so childish.
Man, I sell my drawers right now.
Really?
For
What,
$2,500,
$2,500?
I'll sell these drawers right now. $2,500? You wear these Supreme Hanes drawers right now.
Screaming.
$2,500?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Ironically, though, before I got here today, I just realized that $2 bills are very valuable.
I've heard that.
And I just saw a post here, coming here, and you can get up to $1,000 to $4,000 for a $2 bill. And the crazy part is, they said especially they're the ones that were printed in I think like 2003 or whatever. And I went in my drawer because I have $2 bills and I have two $2 bills that are crisp from 2003. So that's my AGs.
So you could buy multiple pairs of pants.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't buy drawers.
I owe all my grandmothers an apology.
Yeah, because grandparents gave the $2 bills.
Yeah, man.
Save
You
that.
spent them on.
Work.
Man, I should have, man. I should be on a yacht right now.
I got two. I went to look. As soon as I started, I said, let me go look. I said 2003. I'm rich.
Oh, you're good.
I'm good.
Oh, wow.
I'm finna buy me something. I'm finna auction my $2 bills off.
That's smart.
Quickly, one of the points of this podcast every week is to discuss our equity crowd fundraise on Fanbase. So if you've been watching, we crossed 13 million. We're glad that we're going to $17 million. So anybody watching right now that wants to invest in Fanbase, which is the #1 creator and social economy platform on the planet Earth, that's how I'm playing it.
I love that.
You know what? Let's even add to it. We just dropped an update.
We just dropped a brand new update.
About that.
So real quick,
I saw that.
for everybody out there, we dropped a brand new update. Probably our biggest update of the year because most of the things we've been doing on Fanbase this year have been internal changes, internal building, things like that. We're working on a recommendation engine that comes out later this month. But we changed the UI, we moved some things around, we added a content creation button, we made search easier, and we changed the audio bar, and now you can follow people from the feed. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of changes going on. So shout out to the team for all the amazing things that they've been doing, which gives you the reason to go invest in Fanbase right now. So you can go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. The minimum to invest in Fanbase is $300.
Fanbase, the link to invest is in the chat always, and it's in.
GoFundMe and Kickstarter. This is real equity into an ever-evolving platform that is leading the conversation in media and creators and monetization moving forward. So definitely go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest. Our conversation has talked a lot recently about black media and black ownership, but we're going to go right back into what I feel has been an attack on black women post-election with Kamala Harris and what's been happening with black women. So Noah has some things to talk about, some stats and some statistics, but I want to get into this conversation.
Yeah, before I get in, I want to just shout out to everybody who is currently following the investor page on Start Engine, right? For those who are maybe skeptical and want to keep up with what we're doing, go follow us on Start Engine. You'll get all the recent updates that we put out weekly. So if you just want to learn a little bit more before you make the decision, be sure to follow us on the Start Engine page. So jumping back to what you were saying, right? I'm going to just read something to you guys, right? And we're going to talk about it, right? So President Donald J. Trump's rhetoric targeting black mayors this year for the alarming loss of over 300,000 jobs held by black women in recent months. We're going to be also examining the Supreme Court decision, which was 6-3, allowing ICE agents to resume detaining individuals based on appearance, language, job, or location. Basically an advanced version of stop and frisk, which was in New York City back in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Effectively, what this is doing is greenlighting racial profiling.
Absolutely. So this is kind of disturbing. So to understand, there's been a massive job loss for black women in America this year. In fact, 319,000 black women have lost their jobs across the private and public sector. But what's been more interesting is that white women have gained 142,000 jobs. Yep. Hispanic women added 176,000 jobs. And white men saw an increase of 365,000 jobs. So do you guys think that there's an attack? I believe, I'm going to say I do, but what do you guys think that post, Kamala Harris running for president, how supportive black women were, her campaign, that this is the way that the administration is trying to get back at black women?
Mickey?
Honestly, it sounds like it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how else would that be happening, or why else would it be happening? I think it's unfortunate, for sure.
Well, I mean, I'll say this, and this time last year we were arguing whether or not Kamala Harris was black or not.
That is true.
Yeah.
And now we have the effects of the election, which is that women are losing their jobs. And we have to make sure that we support and definitely protect black women in multiple ways. The way they get treated. I think we did. I don't know if we touched on it even when you were in the House. Did you felt race was part of what was going on in some of the things that were happening in the House? Like, because it's kind of like I guess it's a hierarchy. It's some sort of there's a community there. Do you think race played a part in your exit?
So I'll say this, I'm not sure if race played a part in my exit, but I do think race could have potentially played a part in how I was received. I will say that, just because, of course, I think there was a lot of things that I did in that house that were very similar to others that did not look 100% like me, that were more accepted and not as ridiculed as the things that I did personally. And so when it comes down to that, you look at it and say, okay, then what else could it be, right? And that's kind of where I'm sitting with that right now. I do think a lot of people had a lot of things to say about me when it came out, and about certain things and conversations and demeanor and the confidence, calling it, a whole lot of other things. But when I compare myself to other house guests, I feel as though we did similar things, but there's no hate in regards to what they did. So I can only look at a couple of things.
So you were treated differently. The same behavior was treated differently.
I think so. I think that same behavior was perceived differently, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, from the viewers.
To jump into what you were saying, Isaac, I think it's easy to say that VP Harris was probably the most qualified candidate, at least in the last 100 years, right?
Absolutely.
And to lose to Donald J. Trump, and unfortunately, it was not a close victory. America chose who they wanted, right? And I say that to say that the perception of black women as a result of media is really lacking. And this ties into what we were even saying last week, right? When do we stand up and defend our own? And that's the question I'm posing to you.
I mean, well, I'm always in defense. I've been very, very outspoken about how we need to be having these conversations, not just segments on radio shows or pages, but it needs to be a ever, evolving conversation. I think it's definitely a wake-up call for our community, and it should be, especially based off what's going on with the Supreme Court, because people understand, like, ICE can now stop you, and I want to be clear, ICE can now stop you based on your appearance, they can stop you based on your accent, they can stop based on your race, your location, or your job. So, and what I want to explain to people is ICE is not going after just Latino people. So my point to black people out there in America that supported Trump, do you think that ICE is going to be able to tell the difference between a Haitian person, a Jamaican person, and a black person? Do you think so?
Not at all.
Exactly. They're not going to be able to tell the difference.
Probably not.
So if you're walking down the street and ICE thinks that you're a Haitian or a Jamaican person, you just happen to be an American citizen, what are you going to do about that? What's going to happen? How are you going to handle that? And what lessons are we going to learn from that?
I mean, we saw it happen. Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez, who was a citizen in Florida, Hispanic man, he was detained wrongfully, and he was an American citizen, right? So we're going to see more and more of that increasing. And even extending that thought, I was thinking about our conversation from last week with Miss Tamisha Harris, and I think how we change this narrative is going back to what you said before, right? We need to start funding our own communities, our own brands, our own businesses. At the end of the day, I believe it all comes down to money and where we're putting our dollars.
I mean, look, one of the reasons why this platform exists is because it's an infrastructure play as well. Like, when these stories are being talked about, like, I don't hear a lot of stories about black women losing their jobs on social media. And if we're not having these conversations consistently, one time is not enough. One time is not enough to talk about black women being targeted and losing their jobs. One segment is not enough. One post is not enough. And we need to make sure that we're understanding that, because there are elections coming up. there are opportunities for us to take back our power, and even way before then, even organize in how we're going to be able to defend against this, I guess this version of Jim Crow 2.0 that is coming down the pipeline or really is already here.
I agree. I think the biggest thing that you just said that I agree with is the awareness part. That I don't think a lot of people know, even the job situation at all. Obviously, I'm clueless because I've been gone, but no one even mentioned that to me as even a big thing that I should have known about while being gone.
Yeah.
I think our community has no idea that these things are happening to us.
I mean,
Which is huge because it's us.
Yeah, and I think, again, every time I was meeting someone, they were like, yeah, I got laid off from all these corporate jobs, especially jobs in government, federal jobs. There was some conversation that Victor Blackwell was having on, from CNN was having on, and it was really disturbing because it was a black woman defending the loss of black women's jobs. Like she was just, I don't know what she was doing about that. I don't know why she was doing that, but I felt that was, I don't know what side of the game she on, but it wasn't really real, in my opinion. I was like, sister, what are you talking about? Like, oh yeah, like DEI helped a lot of people, so,
especially in government. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is I want to get into that, double down on that. What do you think these staff cuts, these new ICE policies, how do you think this will affect black women in communities of color?
Well, economically, it's hard, and so black men need to step up and start supporting black women. If you know somebody needs a job, refer people that need jobs. Find if you can hire and help people out in places of employment, because somebody always screwing up every day. So somebody get fired every day, and there's a qualified black woman to take that role. So we need to make sure that most people get their jobs from people referring them. Most people are like, oh, I'm referring you to the job, and then boom, that's how you get the gig. So we need to start referring our friends and neighbors to find places where they can find employment. I get those questions again all the time. We are currently hiring. I hope our last two hires were, our last four hires were African American hires. 2 women, 2 men.
Yeah.
Just joined.
You're right.
We got Quincy, Mario, Ashley, and Lauren.
Yeah.
Those are the last 4 hires at Fanbase that we did make.
All brilliant and talented on that.
Yeah, brilliant and talented people.
So let's go into that. You just presented us with a meaningful strategy, right? What strategies can black women and other allies implement to combat these challenges that we're facing?
I would ask you that one. I don't know if you have an answer for that.
Yeah.
Ooh, so for me, I would just say this in regards to combating it. Even me, like when looking for work or just opportunities, like you said, it's not even about what you know anymore. It's really about who you know. So I think it's really about leaning into those connections, making yourself marketable, right? Obviously, making sure that people are able to see you who might not be next to you or down the street from you, but making yourself extremely visible. So I think investing into social media platforms, TikTok, things like that, to where you can make yourself available to people in all areas, if that makes sense.
And it is also an opportunity for entrepreneurship. I know that everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur.
So hard.
It is, but it is a form of freedom, and I think this is the best time ever to actually build businesses directly with people. We've been talking about that, and we'll talk about.
Thank y'all for the love.
Towards the end of the pod about black women who've been building businesses.
This is an Invested podcast. Fanbase. Click the link. Invest. Download Fanbase.
I think it's easy to say that too, though. Like obviously starting a business. What about for people that don't feel as though they have any traits or skills that would identify with being an entrepreneur? I think that it takes a special kind of person to be an entrepreneur. Let's be honest. It's not in all of us.
Yeah, but I think you discover that though. You don't think you discover entrepreneurship?
I grew up knowing that, you have a talent, right, in something. Maybe it's super sexy, like you're able to be a musician. Maybe you're good at plumbing, right? I was taught that what you should do is find the intersection of what you like and what you're good at, and then find a way to sell it back to the public, right? Either it's getting a job or going into business or own. Everybody is good at something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? And it's about finding the intersection of what you do that you like doing and what you're good at. So that's my take on it.
I also say that maybe what you're good at is not necessarily what you can get paid the most at. So we didn't have this. So Tabitha Brown said some things that got her in trouble. This is kind of interesting about the job market because the timing of it was really tough.
Yeah.
So for all people that know that Tabitha Brown is, she's a creator, an entrepreneur. She's created a lot of great products, things that she has deals with Target. And so she basically said, you know, in this midst of Black women losing their jobs, that if you're trying to be an entrepreneur and live out your dreams, you need to have a job.
But yeah, you have to fund your entrepreneurship journey.
Well, so she told people, like, she's like, yeah, you know, you can't just go for your dreams. You kind of have to get a job and go for your dreams at the same time. Now, I'm either or is fine. But what I can respect, because she got a lot of black
Really?
oh yeah, they've been trying to come at her. She made a lot of women mad. Because she was basically saying, you know, your business is not popping right now, baby. Go get a job. And a lot of people took offense to that. But what I can say for her is she drove Uber. Like, she drove Uber before she made it.
Yeah.
She was driving Uber and pursuing her dreams at the same time. So it's not like she's not talking something that she hasn't lived.
I agree with that. And even me, like, obviously I'm an entrepreneur, and I tell people all the time, like, I love being an entrepreneur because I love being able to own my time and do what I'm most passionate about. And my entrepreneurship journey is attached to purpose, right? I'm doing something that I'm purposely supposed to do. But there have been times where, yeah, ends do not meet. And I'm very okay with having to take a part-time job or do other things to fund my goals and my dreams. So I haven't read that about Tabitha, but I think I understand a little bit about what she's saying and how she's saying it. Because I think sometimes as entrepreneurs, we get caught up more in the fact that we can tell people we're entrepreneurs without us actually being entrepreneurs that actually produce funds, you know, things that actually we can pay bills with. Sometimes it's a little bit more glamorized than what it really is. There's a hustle that's attached to it. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that have semi-successful or really successful businesses that still go out and hustle. It's obviously attached to that income that they're making because it's still not easy. It's never going to be easy. So I agree with that.
You know, I want to add into something you were saying, right, Mr. Hayes? I've worked for you since 2019. That's about 6 years, right? And I've worked for you in several different capacities. And as you know what I like. You also know what I don't necessarily like doing. But each time, to Mickey's point, I've had to hustle and I've gone out and learned the skills that I need to know. So I say that to say, right, when you are looking for a position or a job, never be opposed to anything, right? I say this still at the age of 26 where I have the time to say yes to everything and fail and find out what works and what doesn't work. So the younger people out here who are looking to do what, you know, to make something and do something with their lives, don't say no. Like, say yes to everything. You may wake up at 3 a.m. tired, but say yes. It will bear its own fruits later down in life.
I love that. I agree with that. Even me, like with doing Big Brother, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, like, why the heck would you do that? But honestly, when opportunities come, even the smallest things, like, I always say yes. Because I never want to look back and regret that I didn't do something.
Yeah.
And every time I've done something, every time I've said yes, it's been way more fruitful than when I said no. It's always given me something else attached to it. You know what I mean?
Success is the intersection of opportunity and preparation.
Yeah.
And so if you turn down opportunities, that's where you're missing. I always treat success like this. I always say success is kind of like buses. So in your lifetime, you might get 15 buses.
Yeah.
And bus 2 might be the one that takes you all the way to the top. The most successful you'll ever be. So don't think that you can let bus 1, bus 2, bus 3 go by and you know, you got 12 more to go. So you'll just catch the next one. It don't really work like that. And the majority of success that I've had in my life has come from taking jobs and opportunities that other people didn't want. I was talking about this right now. I said, there would be no fan base without Money in the Bank by Lil Scrappy, which is a song that I produced in 2005, 2006 or whatever. There would be no Money in the Bank without me producing a record for an artist on Rough Riders named Flashy Freddie.
Yeah.
So Rough Riders, Ride or Die Volume 4. And it would have never happened because from that relationship, his manager became the music supervisor for the movie ATL with T.I. And then he called and asked for beats. This is before I started selling beats, actually producing. But I had done Money in the Bank on Scrappy. And then I sent them that record to get licensed in the film, which led to it being a single that I leaked. So if I say no to Flashy Freddie, it wasn't the big... Matter of fact, I never got my back half of that record. By the way, I was supposed to get paid $8,000 for that record DIY. I only got my front half, never got my back half. I need my $4,000. Anyway, but it led to opportunity. dead ass, that changed my life because music supervision was how I licensed music, which led to the opportunity to borrow against my royalties to build the MVP of Fanbase. So that's how one opportunity leads to the next, that leads to the next, that leads to the next.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna bring it full circle. But the first time I ever heard "Money in the Bank" was The Other Guys, great movie in 2010. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh wow.
Nice races.
Yeah.
We made I made a lot of and that also ended up being used by T-Pain and Buy You a Drink. I've never met T-Pain, but I don't want him to hate me because I got a good portion of that record because he used part of Money in the Bank and Buy You a Drink, and Buy You a Drink was like 7-8 million singles sold.
Yeah.
But again, it's just that those opportunities, it's you'd be pretty surprised how one yes can lead to a million opportunities.
So many, I think even for me working here at Fanbase, right? The things we do day to day, we've been here on Saturdays, we've been here to midnight doing whatever we needed to get done. Right. I remember InvestFest, we were here till like 2 a.m, just taking that stage down. So, I mean, it bears fruits at all. I want to talk about, we were talking about Lizzo earlier.
Yeah.
Right? You introduced it, you know it way better than I do, so I think it's appropriate for you too.
So Lizzo basically, she was recently on TikTok, and she made a post about the music industry and how there were no major #1 songs in the summer. Like there was not a song in the summer this year. I want us to hear that. I want us to hear that clip first, and then we'll listen to it, and then we'll talk about what's going on, and comment about that because it has a lot to do with creator economy and Fanbase.
Hi, I'm a multiple Grammy Award winning artist with multiple #1s and multiple platinum plaques, soon to be diamond plaque. If you are upcoming in this industry, you should watch this video. The music industry is in complete shambles right now, and you can use that to your advantage. Back in the day, the music industry was very algorithmic, as any other industry was. But that industry was controlled to a certain extent. Now that we are in the digital streaming age, there is no control over the algorithm. And it is stressing people the fuck out, myself included. Every major artist besides Beyonce has dropped music this year, or is planning to drop music this year, or has featured on somebody's record this year. I dropped a mixtape over the summer. I had SZA and Doja Cat on it. And I just dropped the deluxe to my mixtape today. And yet there are still people who don't even know I dropped music. Every major artist from Lady Gaga to Drake has dropped albums this year. And yet everyone is saying there's no song of the summer. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's not because the music isn't incredible. It's because the way that the algorithm is set up, no one can serve the masses anymore. This industry used to be based on serving the masses. Basically like servicing your song out to certain channels and certain radio stations. The internet space wasn't so congested. There was a clear channel back in the day for major artists to put their music out and serve the masses. Now you have to serve your people. I started a private page just for my fans, Lizzo IRL. And it has been one of the most incredible experiences for me as an artist. It gives me an opportunity to talk to my fans one-on-one and give them the exclusives, share music with them, share my deep thoughts with them. My deep thoughts are not on my main page anymore. And that allows me to have a dialogue with the people who actually give a fuck about me. Because with this algorithm, just putting your music out 9 times out of 10 is not even gonna reach your fan base. Think about the way this TikTok algorithm works. Look how many followers I have. Look how many followers you have. And when you post a video, how many of your followers actually see your video? Not that many, right? Because even though someone is following you, it's not guaranteed that they're gonna see you in their FYP. And everyone uses their FYP. And TikTok knows that. So for new artists, this is actually incredible news. You, now more than ever, have an advantage over even major artists to get your music out there and connecting with people at a way quicker rate. Right now is the time to put yourself out there. I wouldn't even try to go the old school route and get signed. I would just make as much music as possible, as much content as possible, and put it on the internet. bigger artists, bigger mainstream artists, now is the time to talk to your fan base. Taylor Swift does an incredible job of it, and she's been doing it for a long time. The Swifties are locked the fuck in. And now, so are the lesbians. We're small, but we're motherfucking mighty. Anyway, I say all that to say that this year has been an incredible year for music. It just hasn't been on your algorithm.
All right, so this is to Lizzo. Everybody out there, I will explain to you what's happening and why this has always been happening. So, newsflash, every social media platform is in competition with all of its users. And the reason being is because these platforms are built off advertising. So, if you have 20 million followers, right? If you could post a piece of content and reach 20 million people, and you have the visual viewing equivalent of Sunday Night Football on NBC, and the cost to run a 1-minute ad on Sunday Night Football on NBC is probably around $800,000. So imagine being able to just take checks from brands to say,
We are getting ready to go to Thursday Tech Talk. It will be streamed, this video. I think I'm going to put this one over here on Fanbase. So if you have not subscribed, subscribe. We're getting ready to go over to the Tech Talk. But this will be streamed. And I'll be back this evening after the Tech Talk. Later, y'all.
Lizzo, post this on your page and we'll give you $800,000 every time you post all day, every day. So I always say, why would Instagram or TikTok let you reach 20 million people when they're about to turn around and charge Domino's, Bank of America, McDonald's to reach 20 million people? Because if they did it, the brand would just come to you, Lizzo, or any other creator and serve ads through your platform. So the new social media landscape has Instagram and TikTok in competition with your user base. So they suppress your content. So no matter how many followers you have, they're going to crush down your visibility so that brands have to do business with the platform. So it has nothing to do with interest as much as it has to do with money. So whenever you see something happening on social media, please don't think that nobody's hating on you. It's about money, right? It's about the dollars, about what's being made, what money can be captured. Now, what you can do, and what I talk about all the time, is that it is about your fan base. You mentioned fan base in this conversation. It's about creating community for your fans that you can monetize. But I wanted to be totally clear on content suppression is real. Algorithmic suppression is definitely there, and it's a part of what happens in social media. But that's why we built Fanbase. Also, we do not suppress content on Fanbase. Lizzo, you have a Fanbase page. We're gonna talk about that because I really want you to see what's available for you to do on Fanbase. But
Okay, so let's get into it. What I love that Lizzo stated that we didn't talk about earlier was she's niching down on her audience, right? Mm-hmm. She's identified her segment, her demographic that loves what she's doing, and she's serving that community. What are the takeaways that other artists should have with niching down to their audience?
Well, I'm not even an artist, obviously, but even with her hearing her say that, it just reads to me as I love you, like just make things for them and don't worry about trying to make the masses happy because the masses are not the ones that are supporting you. Her, what does she call her people?
lesbian.
The lesbian. I think that's actually really cute.
Right.
First time I've ever heard it.
Really? I love that. The lesbians. But yeah, she's basically saying that, hey, the lesbians are who look out for me. These are my ride or dies. I need to create content and create things that are specifically tailored to them and them only. Because why stretch yourself thin trying to do everything for everybody when you have a group of people that want to support you down. I love that for her.
So the reason why I call Fanbase was for two reasons. One, everyone is a fan of something. I don't care if it's basketball, bass fly fishing, crab legs. What is that you?
I love crab legs.
All right, so cool. So she's a fan of crab legs. I got something for you. If you're a fan of crab legs. Matter of fact, I got something for you. But So it is niching down, and you have a fan base. You just came off of a show, right, where you got a lot of visibility, and you met a fan. Now, this is what I say about the new version of why we call it the social economy. The ability for you to service those fans without having to sell your underwear, but creating content in ways that allow you to make money and then scale that into a month-over-month business
Absolutely.
is what this is about. So you have a fan base. So everyone is a fan of something, and everyone has a fan. But we all have people that really want to support us. And that's to you out there who's interested in plays video games. There's somebody out there that wants to see you play video games. If you are someone that recently lost your job, but the skills that you have for your job, this is what fan base is for. Because once video got added to social media, it turned everybody into a television network. Just think about that. The word following is dead in my opinion. It's about viewers.
Absolutely.
And so why are you not able to reach all of your viewers that want to see your content? So I wanted to build something that allowed people to have full visibility of everybody that they're talking to, everybody they interact with on social media in a free capacity, but then also create that extra segment and section of opportunity for artists to monetize to their fan base, and do it in a way that they can use in-app purchase capability, create activations, do all those types of things. And so, that is the big takeaway from this, is that there is an opportunity to monetize your fan base. You have to take the opportunity to do so, because without it, you're leaving so much money on the table. To every artist out there, including Lizzo, and every human on the planet that sees this, download Fanbase, create a profile, migrate your content from Instagram or TikTok, and then start building community. And then once you start building community, start finding ways to monetize that audience that you have over there.
I wanna ask you this question. You triggered this thought. As Fanbase's founder and CEO, if you were advising Lizzo on how to convert her audience and expand her audience outside of TikTok to her Fanbase page, what feature sets would you prioritize and why?
So first thing I'm gonna do is look at Lizzo's following. So Lizzo has 11.8 million followers on Instagram, right? I'm just gonna take that 11.8 million people that follow her on social media. When I'm looking at her page though on Instagram right now, I see that one video has 788,000 views, 1 million views, 752,000 views, 619,000 views. So her content is not reaching those 11 million people that want to see it. So my point is, what's the point of having 3,399 posts on Instagram if the 11.6 million people that want to see your content can't see it? So my advice to Lizzo would be to make a fan base page, take everything down off all your social media platforms, and leave 1 or 2 posts and start funneling people to fan base. Because you can still build the same community that you have over on TikTok and Instagram. You can build that over on Fanbase, but then start creating things that are for your fans. So Fanbase has the ability to have audio rooms, right? And so one of the things that people do, and I find interesting, that when people in streamers stream, is that the only thing they can really do is chat, right? It's really a one-way conversation. But Fanbase has audio rooms. So imagine Lizzo being able to open up an audio room on Fanbase, right? Pull some of her fans in there, talk to some of them specifically, pin her music video to the top of an audio room with a watch party, watch her video, talk to her fans about that, and then the people that really came in there to see that, give them something. And you can make those rooms on Fanbase subscriber-based rooms.
Yeah, it's very exclusive.
Right, so it's like, all right, cool. So like only the lesbians, right, have access to my audio rooms, my content. So I would do that. I would do video premieres, right? So I would premiere my music and my video for my fans, for the lesbians. I would also find ways. I would use fan-based audio also to create activations with other brands using branded audio. So brand audio gives you the ability to partner with the brand. So now that your audio room is all over, the audio room is actually on the web for anybody to actually use and listen to without having to download the app. And you can create activations with brands that allow them to partner with you. And then at scale, have unlimited reach, not even having to download Fanbase, with call to action buttons and really real cool things to do. And then behind the scenes content. Like, everybody wants to know, like, Lizzo lost weight. What was that process like? What has this last year been like for her? You know, she looked amazing. So what is this new version of herself that she's out here with now and putting out music now? Like, what is that like, and how to create those stories? Because if I were to say, okay, Lizzo, if you're a Lizzo fan, she has 11 million followers. I do this all the time, and this is the exercise that I feel like people don't get, which is crazy. So if I take 11.6 million people and just take 5% of those people, right, that averages out to 580,000 people. So those are the lesbians, right? 95% of the people that follow you on social media are mildly interested in you. They're nosy or they're haters. Your real fan base is about 3 to 5%. So I'm going high. I'm taking 5%. So Lizzo says, okay, I got 580,000 fans that love me, that really are into what I do. And I'm going to charge $9.99 a month for the lesbians to have access to everything that I do. And she's going to get 70% of that revenue. That's $7 a subscriber. You know how much money that is? That is $4 million a month. That is $48 million a year. So my point is that I know that you started Lizzo. I know that you started Lizzo IRL as an independent way or a separate page, but this is my invitation to you to join Fanbase, build community, right, for free, just like you would on TikTok and Instagram, without your content being suppressed. So everybody that does follow you sees your content, and then create that extra content that allows people to have access and turn that into, that's for an extra $48 million a year is not bad.
That's not.
I could use
You use extra $48 million a year?
for sure.
That's money for a rainy day.
That's money for any day.
Absolutely.
And when you think about that extra $4 million that you're making a month, imagine what Lizzo could do. She could take $70,000, $80,000 and give it away to a fan, or invite 5 or 6 of them out and have a special show for them, a private show, fly them out, do all these cool things that you can do. That is the reason why people don't understand, for every artist out there, the importance of fan base and why that is so important, is taking advantage of that opportunity. So that's my advice to Lizzo. I know we had spoken to Lizzo's team before.
Yep.
We are going to reach out again. You do have a fan base page. You actually have some money on your fan base page. I'm not going to tell you how much money you got, but you've made money already just by having fan base. And so this is the opportunity to further that relationship.
So I wanted to just put some numbers behind what you just said, man. So for any creator and any artist, you really lean into audio. For those looking for engagement, Fanbase Audio is the most used and most engaged with feature set on the platform. More people have cashed out as a result of audio than any other content format on the app. So when you're looking to come over and do it there. So
Yeah, I'm about to say, you about to get your fan base popping.
Right. Well, I have a fan base already.
Yeah, but we about to get to
I'm
work.
verified on fan base.
Wherever Corey at, Corey gonna help me. Corey.
Shout out to Cole.
Shout out to Corey. We got Corey, you know what I'm saying? We got Corey over there helping out. Going over the fan base page, you know what I'm saying? Get it popping over there.
Listen, I need to get to that little what was it, 4.8 million you said dollars?
What?
for Lizzo, the 4.8 million.
20 million a month?
I mean, I'm not as
Yeah.
exceptional as Lizzo, but
It doesn't matter.
a girl can dream.
Right.
Right.
Y'all see these OnlyFans models making 72 million, 48 million. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing too. Let me go on a little mini rant. To the black community, this message is for you and how you engage with social media. The difference between you and other races of people that create on social media is you think the app makes you when you make the app. Right? So prime example, Bad Baby. 16 million followers on Instagram. Probably about 12 posts. Want to know why? Why am I here? Why am I posting anything on Instagram if I can't reach 16 million people that want to see my content? Why am I here? So you know what? I'm gonna put a link in my bio and drive them to where I can convert them and make money. And that's why she made that money. You guys are worried about attention or views, really as an artist, when you should definitely be connecting with your fans. That's what we build fans.
100%. 100%.
100%. That's what we built the app for, to be able to do that. And so to have that conversation, we beg when we get kicked off Instagram and TikTok, give us our page back, let us in. And white folks are like, we out. Go follow me over here where I can get my bread, get my money, we're worried about the wrong things. I think Cardi should have Cardi should have a fan base page. Lizzo should have a fan base page. Black Boy Max, shout out to you because I know that you want to own your own streaming platform within the next 5 to 10 years. Let's have a conversation about that. So shout out to Black Boy Max. I want to talk to you about coming on and building community on fan base and monetizing, especially in the streaming, the online streaming world, the IRL world. We want to be able to do that.
I want to jump into Corinne Marie.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
we're gonna set the conversation up.
we're gonna set this conversation up real quick. So go ahead, Noah, jump in.
Last week we spoke about Bree Brahmi, right, and how her hair clip was stolen by a white woman, right, and then sold, right. So Corinne,
And she got sued.
and she got sued,
And that
right?
woman sued her and an advocate of hers.
Yep.
And the judge issued a gag order that the girl that created this hair clip that went viral
Yep.
cannot talk about it.
Really?
And she's been silenced.
Yep.
So, like, if she was sued, what was she sued for?
I guess harassment or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
No, it was I think it was libel.
Yeah.
Because she was it was libel because of kept saying that the idea was stolen.
So,
Yeah. So it was whack.
but here we are again.
Yeah,
Here, part 2, Corinne Marie.
the bookmark bag.
So Corinne Marie is another black woman innovator that created a product called the bookmark. And what the bookmark is, it's a bookmark with a purse handle where you can fashionably carry your book.
Oh, that's fire.
It's so fire. It's amazing. She started selling this product in the fall of 2024. It became highly successful. Her post went viral on TikTok. Very, very popular. Even to the point that there's a community on TikTok called BookTok for people that like to read. Everybody on BookTok wanted one of these things. They want to wear them. They're totally dope. And then fast forward to this year, I think about July of this year, there is a woman named Shelly Beans that started selling a bookmark purse and claiming that she is the creator and the inventor of the bookmark. And once again, the TikTok community has stepped up. They are definitely calling it out
Okay.
as another woman having her black ideas stolen. And so I wanted to again bring attention to this because I have not seen this on media. I'm not going to call it any black media site, but I have not seen this on any black media platform. TikTok does a very good job of defending itself. But again, I want to bring up this conversation about another black innovator having their IP stolen by somebody.
What do you think is happening here, man? Do we think that white women are intentionally stealing these ideas? Great. I want to hear your thoughts on just in general, why does this keep happening?
Well, okay.
As expected.
Well, I mean, first of all, black people invent everything. We've innovated everything. There's a clip going around. Of Donald Trump talking about how great American innovation is. And everything that he named that America invented, it was a black person that invented it. He's like the light bulb. I was like, bro, black people did all that. Like we innovate and create everything. And so it's just par for the course of what happens with black innovation. And, you know, I'm big on protecting your IP. Fortunately enough, I think Corinne has filed a patent on her bag.
And good.
And we tell people, because I saw people telling Brie that she should have filed a patent on her bag. But a lot of times, you're just creating and you want to be creative. But I think this is just another version of what happens when, black people make something when it comes to rock and roll music.
Yeah.
Which is, when it was taken, we've invented the ice cream scoop, ice cream, the alarm.
We did invent ice cream. I found that out like a couple of
The
years
alarm system, macaroni and cheese,
Plasma.
plasma, the hot cone. It's so many. There's a list of so many inventions and creations by black people. Matter of fact, there's something that I can't remember. There was something to do with locomotives. there's a guy named McCoy. I can't remember whatever it is, what he did. Look it up, Noah. There's a guy named, look up McCoy and locomotive. But for whatever reason, he created something for, I think, locomotive engines, and people were making knockoffs, and people was like, no, I want the real McCoy.
Yeah, Elijah McCoy.
The real McCoy.
Yeah, Elijah McCoy, right?
Elijah McCoy.
He invented the lubrication systems for steam engines.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and he was born in Ontario on the shore of Lake Erie to parents who fled enslavement in Kentucky.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he created this lubrication system for locomotives, and that's where we get the phrase "the real McCoy." Think about this.
Yeah.
Oh, what's probably the most white sport in America? Hockey.
Really?
Oh, I was gonna say lacrosse.
I was thinking lacrosse too.
I'm saying that's the major sports.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about basketball, football, baseball, and hockey.
Okay.
I think probably more white people watch hockey than anything.
Okay.
I actually admitted hockey from black guys in Calgary.
Interesting.
Look it up.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
You think I'm?
curious.
Well, when I talk about this shit, y'all think I'm crazy. Like, yo,
I
look
believe
it up.
But I'm just like, how did that even happen?
How did some black dudes in Calgary are the ones that came up with hockey?
Yeah, the Colored Hockey League, where Black Canadians through the Colored Hockey League, founded in 1895, are pioneers of hockey, even inventing the slap shot, while Willie O'Ree and Val James were the first black players in the NHL.
Bro, when I tell you black folks invent everything,
Fire.
and so it's just a pattern of what happens all the time, which is why I'm so big on infrastructure.
Absolutely.
The conversation of building infrastructure, because we innovate at a speed and a pace, and then white people see that and be like, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a true story. Shout out to my late father, Isaac Hayes, but he had a very cool Cadillac that's been going viral on the internet. But in that Cadillac, in 1971, he had a phone, he had a refrigerator, he had a television. Fast forward, what does every Rolls Royce have in it? A phone. Not television, a refrigerator. Or you think about Master P, right? When we were doing cribs and Pimp My Ride, we had TVs in the headrests. You know what I'm saying? LED lights in the ceilings, right? So now, you know, Rolls Royce have a star. We invent everything, but it was like, but where is the car company that we own, right? Where is the DJ equipment that the turntable and the mixer that should be owned by Grandmaster Flash and all the other DJ pioneers of that era? Not Techniques, not Serato, right? You know what I'm saying? Not what's the other one? Pioneer, right? Grandmaster Flash and the black community of DJs out of New York City should own the DJ entrance, like I think a $63 billion industry that's not owned by anybody black. So the intention of building a platform like Fanbase in social media, black people innovate social media, we make it cool. So that's why I built a platform. We can own the infrastructure of social media, invest in it, scale it up to hundreds of billions of dollars, so everybody can use it. Everybody's welcome, right? But what's not gonna happen,
That was a setup. You won't tell me otherwise. I'm like, whatever.
Close. Like I said, everybody. Hey guys, what's going on? How are you, Andy? Here you are. Boom. Show you. Right. Hey guys, how are you? We're getting things set up. We're gonna do a watch party. So while we wait for everyone else, we'll continue getting set up. Hope you're doing well. Let's do this. Go to my friend Andy. Welcome, welcome. We're setting up for the watch party. All right. You're not seeing me live? Hey guys, what's going on? I can start again if you want. We're gonna do a watch party today, so we're just setting up. Let me see. I can start the live again. Oh, I see someone there. What's up, guys? How are you? All right, let's start again. We're gonna get out of the stream and then come back. Welcome, welcome. Those are joining through Fanbase Audio. Happy Thursday. How are you guys? We're setting things up because today we are going live and we're doing a watch party. So hope you're having a good week so far. It's been hectic, but good for us. I have a lot to share. I'm staying up here with my friend Andy. Give me a second. Release 3.2. We're about to go live on YouTube and then do a watch party. All right, I'm going public. Welcome, welcome. We'll wait another few minutes while we set up here. Public and broadcast. Go live. Let's try again. Sometimes YouTube, they changed a lot of things lately. The UI and stuff like that, right? All right, let me know if you can see it, and then welcome guys, what's up? Could be you. Well, let's try it. I'm gonna go ahead. All right, let's go ahead and do the watch party and see if everyone else can see it. If not, we'll try something else. But today we gotta do a watch party because I have so much to show you guys. How you doing? You see it? All right, perfect. All right, let's go. Done. Play. It's taking a little bit to show up here on my side. Testing, testing, testing. What's up, guys? We're setting up. We'll wait for the rest to join us. Let me just try again and. All right, let's try a watch party again. All right. Make sure I have the right link too. All right. I always like to experiment with you guys. Paste. All right, let's try it again. Don't know what's doing, what to do. I see some of you. All right, guys, what's going on? We're setting up for a watch party. I think I might go back to my iOS and try it from there. All right. Something with a YouTube link. Okay. All right. Let me try again. What's up, guys? Give us a few minutes, and then if not, we'll get started. YouTube is giving us a little bit of a headache here. We're gonna try again. I'm on Chrome. Is that okay? I mean, I was doing on Chrome. Are you a Chrome? Are you Safari? Tell me while you wait for this. I'm a Chrome guy. Are you Firefox? You know who's a Firefox? Someone in here is a Firefox. Mr. Isaac is a Firefox guy. I always make fun. Release. All right, guys, we're trying to go live again. Let's see. One more time. They say the third one is the one. Let's try it. Public. No, I'm on Fanbase 5G. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Broadcaster. Go live. Saying it's going live. You're live. Let's try now. We'll wait one more time, guys. If not, we're gonna switch devices, but we're gonna make it. Hope you're doing well. How are you enjoying the new release so far? We're gonna be talking a lot about that. Oh, look, it says your connection is unstable. Maybe my Wi-Fi thing. Oh, I see some fire, so you guys are enjoying the release. Let me just switch the. There you go. Can you see me in YouTube? Okay. Here, let me try again. I change the Wi-Fi. You'll see live troubleshooting, guys, from the Fanbase office. Check that last one. Now you can see it. All right, so I think it was the Wi-Fi. Okay, let's try that one then. All right, here I go, guys. I told you, this is the third one. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to create a watch party. We gotta. Where are the IT guys when you need them? Usually up. Usually up. You're live. Okay. Here, let me try again. I changed the Wi-Fi. See, live troubleshooting, guys, from the Fanbase office. Check that last one. Now you can see it. All right, so I think it was the Wi-Fi. Okay, let's try that one then. All right, here I go, guys. I told you, the third one. Let's see. When I create a watch party, where are the IT guys when you need them? Usually I'm the IT guy. All right, there we go, guys. Thank you. I'm sorry about that, but here I am. Where are the IT guys? Usually I'm the IT guy, so it feels good to ask that question. What's up, guys? How are you? Hope you're doing great. Welcome to another Thursday Tech Talk. Can you give me some thumbs up? If you can hear me, you can see me. Let me see. Yes? Good. All right, Andy, I might need you on the chat. Just make sure. All right, awesome. All right, guys, well, welcome. Another Thursday in paradise here in Fanbase. As you can see, we have a different setup today. Hope you're doing great. We had some Wi-Fi issues, you know. I'm glad it was a Wi-Fi issues and not a software issue, you know. But we're here nonetheless. Very happy to be here. Welcome everyone. If it's your first time, my name is Rama. I'm Fanbase's CTO. I have the pleasure of working every day along an amazing development team. And I'm excited to be here. I do this every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And I do it so I can get to talk to you, hear from you, and share everything that is going on. I'm big on giving visibility. A lot of us, as we venture in social media in our past, we were never given the chance to understand how a social media startup is built. The good, the pretty, and the ugly as well. So my goal here is to give you visibility. So be here to share everything great that we're doing, even the small missteps that we have, and also talk to you and hear from you and see how you're liking the platform, how you're liking the community. And so that's why I do this every Thursday, all right? But this Thursday is extra special because we had a very big release that I want to share with you, okay? So with that said, let's talk a little bit first about our last release, okay? Because we have a lot of stuff in this last release, okay? So if you didn't know, the version for the last release was, let's see, we're getting 4.12. It was, for those in Android, you might not see yet, and if you didn't know, we do a phased out release. We do that purposely for both platforms, not only for Android. We used to do it only for Android, but now we're doing it for both. So I think iOS ended up pushing for everyone in iOS today. I got the notification. And for Android, we still have a few days. Why we do that is we do that to monitor the progress of the release. So if we see something that is critical that we need to fix, we pause the deployment so it doesn't affect everyone. We fix it right away and we send a hotfix. So it's best practices to do that. It's not because we have preference from one to the other one. Let's not get in there yet. But 4.12 should be out for everyone in iOS and for Android for a lot of you, okay, 4.12. But let's talk a little bit about what's coming in 4.12. What I thought would be best is to share my screen. You know that, I like to share my screen. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Let me see if you can, I'm going to share. Let's see if I can share the window. Hey. Let me see how that looks. Woo, that looks good. But you know what? Actually, yeah, you can see me in the bottom too, right? Perfect. Can you guys see it? Yeah? Give me some thumbs up if you can see it. My screen? Yes, yes? All right. Let's get started and let's talk a little bit about what I'm sharing here, okay? So, first things first, we changed the look of things, but we didn't change them just to, you know, make it feel cool or anything. This comes from a very thought out direction and decision, right? We built Fanbase, you know, let's consider the beta phase 5 years ago, right? And since then, a lot of things have been changed. And what was good 5 years ago, obviously, they don't apply anymore as time goes by. And you also learn a lot from the users, right? And one of the things we promised ourselves is that we will always listen to our users, our creators, so we can do everything, no matter if it's a small button, a change of color, in a way that really gives value to our creators, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the first part of this release, which is the navigation simplification, okay? So if you haven't noticed yet, if you're a new Fanbase user, you might not have anything to compare with. I actually do have a screen that maybe I'll be able to share with you guys shortly. Let me see if I can find it. Let's do this. I want to share, because you have to see the differences. You have to. I'm going to share the entire screen. Boom. There you go. You can see it, right? Let me go ahead and move this to the side. And then let me see if I can bring over a little screenshot of what the feed used to look like. Okay? All right. You guys can see that, right? You can? Perfect. I know it's not the best screenshot. Sorry. But let's talk a little bit about what we had and why we changed what we changed. So, as you can see here, let me just increase this a little bit for you guys. Boom. So, some key differences. Let's start with the top navigation, okay? And for everything, I want to say kudos to the UX UI team, because, again, they were very, they were very intentional with everything, how they did everything, right? So on the left-hand side, you're going to see our old version, right? What used to happen is someone would come into Fanbase, and obviously they will have a very small onboarding, which, by the way, we'll talk about onboarding shortly. And then they were trying to figure out, okay, how do I participate in Fanbase? How do I create content if I'm a content creator? How do I look at content if I'm just someone that is coming here for content? And a lot of times, there is a reality on users, especially new users, which is the concept of first experience overwhelming, right? When you have a lot in front of you, it's very tough for you to say, okay, where do I start? Where do I go, right? And as all of you know, all of those that are here, Fanbase Audio, for example, is one of our core features. Fanbase Audio enables everyone to build community, enables any new user to understand how to use the app, to go in there and be helped by other users as well, right? So one of the big pain points that we had is our top navigation bar was overcrowded. It was overcrowded. We had some key functionality that a lot of users wouldn't know it was there, or they wouldn't understand how important it was. So for example, we had Flicks, right? Our short form video editing on the left-hand side. We have audio in there. Then we have the logo in the middle. Then we have where you can buy and see your labs. And then you have your DMs, right? So a lot of things all mixed up on the top navigation bar. So what we're noticing is a lot of times users were missing that first step, which is let me go or either create content or let me go to Fanbase Audio and understand what the community is about or get help, right? So we changed that. First of all, we wanted to give more air to the experience. Less is more, you heard that before, right? And we also wanted to give sense of where the elements were placed. So in the new functionality that you see here, there's several things. Number one is We clear the top navigation, so you're gonna see that we have on the left-hand side the logo, right? And then on the right-hand side, you still have the labs where you can see your lab balance. You can obviously go and check your lab balance as well, or buy more labs. But then you have also the notifications. Now, this is an important difference. Notifications before was down here on the lower bar, right? Notifications is important, but a lot of times when we do things, we don't do them just to change them and then we figure out what's next. We do them to set the groundwork for something that is coming afterwards. You guys have been hearing me for a long time about notifications refactor. So there's gonna be some new elements coming up on notifications, and that's why we brought it up, because we know that you as a creator or as someone that follows a creator, you don't wanna miss anything, and you want it right in front of you, right? So notifications now is more at the forefront on the upper right-hand side. So if you tap in there, you're gonna be able to see notifications. And you also still have the quick shortcut to the revenue dashboard as well, through notifications as well. So again, right on the top, now you're still gonna have what we call the little notification icon there, but with the refactor of notification, there's gonna be new elements coming in. So notification is gonna be even empowered even more on the top navigation. And then of course, you have the DM icon there as well. Now, before I go to the, let's go to the lower navigation bar first, okay? Because I think that's important. Let me see if I can move this so it's not interfering with things around. I have too much going on this screen. All right, here we go. Now, let me do something here before I continue with the lower navigation bar. I wanna open the app on my MacBook. I wanna go into the chat room, make sure that I'm not missing anything. All right? Let's go in there. All right, see you guys already talking about it. Say, put your questions in there. We'll go in there, okay? Let's go into the lower navigation bar, okay? Big change itself, and I'll tell you why, okay? So left-hand side is all look. Right-hand side is my actual app that you have here connected to my computer with a new look, all right? So left-hand side for me, right-hand side is the new look. So right here is the new look. Lower navigation bar, you still have the home base there, right? Where you can tap and you go. Then we have the search. We are going to go to the search because this release also brings a new search, and we'll talk a lot about that. Then we have, for those that love Fanbase audio, you gotta be happy about this. We have Fanbase audio right here at the center, right? So you can now reach audio conversations, one of our most engaging features from the get-go, right? At any given time. And then you have flicks on the right-hand side as well, and then you have your profile as well. So if I wanna go, for example, to audio right away, I can go from left to right. I can go home, search, audio, flicks, and then profile, okay? And what I'm sharing you is my mockup profile, okay? So easier navigation, you have the core features that are really driving engagement and driving community at the forefront as well, okay? So again, it's a new navigation. We are definitely gathering data, we're gathering feedback, and it's gonna continue evolving, but we're super happy about the top and lower navigation improvements because we believe that based on data, based on feedback, it really gives a new look and a new flow to the app from the get-go, right? So those are the two elements of what we call the simplification navigation. But we have a very important element, hopefully you noticed by now. Before, again, left-hand side is what you used to create content. You had the plus button right on the lower nav bar, right? Now, boom, you're gonna see that it's right here on the right-hand side. Now, this is where I come and I say the UX UI team and even the development team are so amazing, because it's not just about moving buttons, about the colors of the buttons, but it's also about the experience, the gestures, and how you use it. So something that I'm going to show you is, first of all, if I want to create, I would basically click on the plus, and then I will be able to create that as well, all right? So I'm not going to go ahead and create now, but when you create, that continues the same for now, because content simplification is coming, and that will change. So for now, when you click on the plus, you're still going to be able to create that you create today. But let's say that I want to, for example, I want to scroll through the main feed, right? So I'm going to go down, and look what happens. Boom. The plus disappears. And then when I'm ready to create again, boom, the plus shows up again. So we even thought about some motions that we believe helps with the consumption of the content itself, because once you're in the feed, you're obviously not trying to create content, so you want to emphasize. And the other thing, if you didn't notice, is look at the top navigation bar, what happens when you scroll. It disappears. So what we did is we really gave emphasis to the content that you create. So when you're navigating through the feed, it's all about the content. When you stop, it's all about, okay, where do you want to go? Do you want to create content? Do you want to go and check your labs? Do you want to go and check notifications, DM, etc.? So there's a lot of small things that we put in here that we think are really going to help not only the content creation, but also the content consumption as well, okay? So content simplification, let's review again. Left-hand side is the old look. Right-hand side is actually my phone with the latest release 3.12, okay? So navigation simplification, better and more breathing room, top navigation bar, more streamlined, lower navigation bar as well, new content creation button floating on the right hand side, and new gestures where you're gonna be able to truly enjoy the feed experience as well. But with this new content creation button as well, it also came the same button for other verticals. So if I go to audio, guess what? I'm now gonna be able to create audio right from here. And the same thing happens if I'm scrolling through all the different Fanbase audio channels, okay? You're gonna be able to see that the creation button disappears, all right? So this also goes to Flix. So when you're on Flix and you're looking at Flix, see, it disappears. But then when you stop, you wanna create Flix, go ahead and create. So that experience remains throughout the different verticals as well, okay? So again, new experience for main navigation part. There's a lot more that this release is bringing, but I want to take a pause because I want to hear from you for those that have been able to enjoy it so far. Some of you don't have it yet. Don't worry, you're going to have it. And next Thursday, you're going to be able to give me feedback. But based on what you've seen so far, based on what you experienced, I want you to, number one, ask me questions. Number two, give me feedback. What do you think? How do you feel? And then after that, we'll continue talking about the release. What do you think about that? All right? So I'm going to go into the chat through here and see what we have going on. Sorry, I have a lot of screens. I'm going to start from the top. All right? Let's see. All right, I'm going to skip all the technical difficulties at the beginning. I'm going to go straight. All right, some of you are saying, I love the new look. Great stuff. Okay. All right, if you have any issues with the new release, it's critical that you shake your phone. Let me shake it so you can see what I'm talking about. You shake your phone, boom, and then you report the issue. That really is going to help us to make sure that we didn't miss anything in the release, where the tech support team, who's actually in this audio room, is looking everywhere to make sure that we didn't miss anything in the release so we can continue improving it as well. So if you have issues, I saw someone said that you were having some issues going live, please report it and we'll take care of it as well, okay? let's see. Can any Android user see the new updates? So I do have the new update on my phone, and I have Android. So I'm actually doing my audio room from the new release. I have my Android phone here and my iPhone on the other one. So again, I think we are, let me see, I'm gonna check right now for you guys. If you just bear for a second, I'm gonna go into our Insights dashboard, and I'll tell you right now what's the percentage of Android users that should have the new version, all right? Bear with me, I'm looking here at my other screen. All right, new version 3.12. Let's see, production. So we are, let's see, sorry, looking here. I'm looking to see what I can tell you as far as how many of the percentage. Last time I looked, it was 20. Oh, there you go. We're at 30%. Okay, so we still have a long way to go, guys. Be patient. We're doing it for the right reasons. You gotta trust the dev leadership team. They're doing that for a reason. So right now we are at 30%. Okay, so we have, thousands of users already joined the new version. I think yesterday was 20, so I'm thinking that by Monday we should have most of you guys with the new version, all right? So be patient, it's coming, but you're seeing a little bit of what's coming up as well, okay? So continue being patient with that as well. 30%, and we'll have more. All right, let's see what else. Okay, again, any issues that you have in the new release, please report it. The product team, they're doing bug triaging every week and looking at the new release as well. All right, let's see. Okay, I see you something saying that you're gonna shake your phone. All right, guys. And again, any issues, all you can do, you can share them here and I'll look at it, but the best thing you can do to help is shake your phone. So shake your phone, shake your phones. And let's see what else we have. Audio room, the storage is. I've been supporting this one with no change. Just wondering if it was only experiencing this. Yeah, Android, you gotta wait. Okay, let's see what else we have, guys. I love some of you are saying, shake your phone. Yeah, I'm sharing my big screen behind me. So hopefully you guys, I'm in the watch party as well, so you guys are seeing the right screen. Again, left hand side, all look, right hand side, you look. All right? I'm gonna take this out because we're gonna jump to the search shortly. All right? Let's see what else we have. I'm going through the questions here, guys, or feedback that you guys might have. Yes, I'm comparing old look with new look. Let's see. Is audio the most popular vertical? That's a good question. It's definitely the most engaging. We're definitely seeing a lot of flicks being created. So I think you have to differentiate between most engaging. What is most popular? Is most popular where you create the most content, or is most popular where you get the most views, right? So audio and flicks, those two are definitely the most engaging ones. There's a reason why we put them where we put them. But again, Fanbase Plus, you have that on web as well. You have media posting images and videos as well. And we'll talk a little bit about search shortly, and you're gonna see how those type of contents are gonna show up there as well. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see, flicks over posts for sure. Yeah. Interesting thing. There are a lot of media post creation, more than you would think. So even though flicks could be more engaging, we're still seeing a lot of images and videos up to 1 minute being created as well. Okay? Yeah, and audio does have higher time on the platform just because, conversations like this makes us stay, we talk, while quick consumption from flicks is like you want to see a lot of content in a short period as well. All right, what else we have? Yeah, someone said about the DM. I think that was reported as well. Okay, let's see. So Fanbase Plus videos, you can access them through the search that I'm going to share you shortly. And also, if you follow users, any Fanbase Plus video will be available through the main feed as well as through the profile as well from the user. Okay. But again, we're doing a lot of experiments. I'll talk a little bit about experimenting as well. So as we get data and we see how you guys are using it, we'll continue shifting things as well. Okay. So Michael Wright, 30% is the amount of Android users that have the new version. We're doing phase. So as such, 30% of all the Android population have the latest version, 4.12, and every day, I think we're having an average of 10%. So we're hoping by next week, everyone will have the new version in Android, which is what I'm sharing right now. Okay. Let's see, what else? Okay. Thank you guys for reporting all the things in the new version. Let's see. How does live? Well, that's not related to the version, but I'll read it. How does live chooses the thumbnail? We don't have manual thumbnail quite yet for live. It actually takes a thumbnail automatically from the live in the first initial screens. That's how it does. Okay. I'm going to jump into the YouTube questions. When will we be able to view things on a fan base without signing in? Well, it's a great question. You can view fan-based content and creators without signing in on web today. So if you go to anyone's web profile, you'll be able to see that, look at their content without signing in. Now, when you're wanting to engage, give love, comment, and so on, you will have to sign up or sign in, right? But we are evolving the web platform as well. And as such, there's going to be more and more functionality. And we're always being very conscious of, does this deem enough to be able to see it without having to sign up, or you need to sign up? I'm going to give you an example. We have fan-based audio on web. You can listen to this conversation right now on web, right? But when you're trying to engage and go into the chat room and so on, you have to download the app. We've done that purposely because we want to build community. And a lot of times community is being part of the chat, is being part of the audio room and coming to stage as well. So you gotta be very strategic with how much are you enabling to give up without having to sign up and sign in. Just because at the end of the day, it's all about community, and community requires people not just anonymously just going in there and doing things, right? All right, what else we have? A few more questions and then we'll continue. We have a lot to talk, guys, and we have 25 minutes. Let's see, what else? What else we have? Anything else? Does your post get more engagement? Okay, that's for someone there. No worries, Michael. All good, all good. All right, guys. So let's jump into the next functionality. All right. Let me grab my comparison here, and I'm gonna like this one. Okay. So let me put this up here.
Oh.
All right. So this is just a screenshot I took, guys. I apologize, not the. So I'm going to. This is how we used to. Oops, there we go. This is how we used to have in the latest version. I'm going to move this to the side. Again, left-hand side, old version, right-hand side, new version. Okay? So I'm going to go into an audio room. Okay? So first I'm going to go into the audio room. Let's see. I'm going to pick, you know what? Why not go into mine? Let's break things up. Rama TikTok. Oh, I know. I shouldn't go. Oh, let's see how it works. Maybe it'll let me. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is is I'm going to minimize my room, right? And I want you guys to notice, and I'm going to go to the feed, okay? And I want you guys to notice another thing that we improve. And again, not just because we wanted to look cool, there's a lot coming for this. So one of the great things about Fanbase and audio Fanbase is that you can continue using Fanbase as you're listening to conversations, okay? And as such, we reshaped and we redesigned the audio bar right here. So we're gonna see here on the bottom, you're gonna see that the audio bar has changed. And we've done that strategically. So number one is you're able to see the icon of the master moderator. You're able to see the full title as well, no matter if it's long or not. You're also able to mute it, right? So you can mute right now, and if you, for example, want to listen to the video rather than the audio, you can do that as well. So more control in your hands. You can also close it if you want. Now, why is this important is because all I can tell you, I'm not allowed to say too much, is that this will go beyond audio, just conversations. That's all I can tell you. And it's going to be disruptive. So we wanted to redesign this with this release, not only for better user experience, especially those that enjoy conversations in Fanbase, but also to set the groundwork for something big that is coming up in the future, okay? So second thing on the release is we improved the audio as well. So I encourage you, those that have the new version or those that will get them, to go into Fanbase Audio, get into a conversation, and then minimize it and scroll through the app so you can see that as well, okay? So second one, a new Fanbase Audio audio bar. All right? Let's see, any questions on that? Let's see. We used to see how many views our post got, how we can work. Yeah, we're aware of that. We took it out. To be honest, it was an experiment. We took it out, but we know that. So, all right. Let's see. All right. So let's continue because we have a lot to share. The other thing, let me see if I can find one. All right, perfect. I love this. Okay. So let me get rid of this comparison. What we also started doing a lot lately is what successful companies do, which is experimenting, right? We're experimenting because at the end of the day, no matter how much we think, how much vision we have, how much data we have, how many surveys we do, how much we talk to you guys, at the end of the day, no one knows better than you, the user yourself. And to know best, you need to use it. And naturally, you do what you do, right? So experiments enables us to do some quick, low efforts to give you big value and to understand if indeed it's giving you value, okay? So I'm gonna share one example one experiment example that we released with 4.12, because I want you to also understand why we're doing what we're doing. So let's see, I'm gonna do a little game here, and whoever gets it right is gonna get some love from me, all right? What is new in this new screen? It's tough, it's gonna be tough. But tell me if you know what is new in this new screen. I'm in the main feed, I'm on top of a Flix in the main feed. What is different? What is new? Go ahead. Don't be afraid of getting it wrong. But if you get it right, you're making money. Anyone? Come on, something is new here. Those that are OG, I'm surprised you're not saying it. I'm not seeing anything. Are you guys commenting? You there? Did I lose you? Hit the search. No. What is new? I'm thinking, okay, think through. Woo! Someone got it. Follow. Let me give some love there. Boom, 100 loves. Indeed. Now, why do we put the follow right there on a suggested piece of content? What do you think might be? What is our objective here in Fanbase? Our objective is all about the creator and their community and their audience, right? So what we're always trying to get you close to is for you to find your next follower that will pay for your content, that will give you love, that will subscribe to you. So that requires building community. And building community requires people finding you not through who you are and by what content do you make. So this follow CTA, okay, actually is enabling, or we're doing an experiment to push users to connect in a quicker way right from the feed. What did we used to do before? You used to have to look at the content, tap on the profile of the user, and then have to follow them. Now, you like what we're suggesting? Boom, follow, and you're part of their community, right? So if you're a creator, you gotta be super excited about this because we're finding new ways for you to get new followers and build your community, right? If you're someone that is here to build community and to consume content, you always gotta be excited too because you don't have to make more tabs. You like a piece of content, you like the creator, boom, I just tap follow and now it's following, that's it, it's done, okay? So this is one of the many experiments that we're doing throughout the entire app. We're looking at data, we're talking to you, and again, our objective, we have success KPIs for all of this, right? We define, okay, what is success? How is success defined for this experiment? And then if we hit those benchmarks, we do more of that, we evolve that feature, or we leave it, of course, right? But if it's not, there's no value, then we change it or we take it out and we move on. So that's something that we're trying to get better and better, but we're still a very small company. We're a nimble team, so we can't do as many experiments as all those big players out there, but we are experimenting. And the experimentation is not to put you next to ads like other platforms like TikTok and Instagram are doing. Our experimentation is to get you close to making money, to get you close to your favorite content creator, your favorite content. We're all about you, and our experiment is all about you, and our algorithm that we're building, it's all about you. We're all about you, and that to me as a CTO is what gets me excited every morning, right? So, let's see. Well, there are some other changes, I'm gonna be honest, but I was looking for that answer. The follow is an experiment. Let's talk about some of other changes. We actually have changed some of the order of the iconography, and I'll tell you why. We didn't do it because we woke up one morning and we said, you know what, let's just put the like at the front of everything and put the love second. We still believe that what Fanbase is doing is ahead of the game. There's still the majority of the social media users don't understand and can't grasp the concept of making money through content. They can't. Not yet. They will because it's here. It's part of the present. It's not part of the future. So what happens is the users come into Fanbase. They're used to the old-fashioned Instagram and TikTok where you give a like through a heart and you can do that for free. So they come in here, they press on the love, they see that if they didn't have love, they had to buy. They're like, oh my God, you have to pay to use this app? I'm leaving, right? So we realized that and we said, okay, let's help them get introduced to the Fanbase concept in a more seamless way. Get them familiar first and then show them what's different, right? So in the iconography and all these UX experience things that we're changing, we also thought about that. So as a user, when you come here, first thing that you're gonna do is, I'm gonna give like. Guess what? The like is free, nothing. Now when you give love, boom, that's gonna be where you're gonna actually support someone and where you can buy, right? So changing of the order of the iconography also has to do from us to make a more seamless introduction to the Fanbase concept to new users as well. All right, so for those that say, hey, the iconography changed and so on, you're not wrong. The order changed, but the share is still there. It was always there, okay? Not always, but the latest version. All right. Yes, guys, let's close the race. yesterday, that's a good thing. I saw some of you saying, we gotta upload this up so we close the race and we're ahead. We're ahead of the curve, guys. We are, but you know, Isaac always says it, and that's what always gets us excited. They can copy functionality. In fact, they've done it. Come on. Not looking all the time. But they can copy us. They can copy black culture. They can copy, us thinking differently, being the underdogs. They can copy all the experience that we've gone through these 5 years, really, doing a lot with a little money. And I think that's different. They can copy this community that we have as well. So while we're still ahead of the game and we want to develop quick and we want to experiment quick and we need to close the race, we still have the differentiator that I think we're still always going to be ahead of the game, but we can't fall asleep. So yes, you're right. Let's close the race. startengine.com/fanbase. If you haven't invested, go and invest. You can be part of this. You can help us continue doing more of this awesome stuff. All right. Let's keep on going, guys. There's a lot more. Let's go into now search simplification. Okay. Let me actually bring again my comparison screen here. All right. So I'm going to talk about search. Let's talk about search with me. Let's talk about you and me. All right. Ooh, sorry, I'm trying to move the. There you go. All right. So left hand side, we have the old search. I'll tell you why it's old. And now let's go into the new search. First things first. I'm not going to go into here first, but this is an A/B testing experiment. If you don't know what an A/B testing experiment means, it means that some of you might have this new search, some of you might not. But you might be saying, Rama, why? We want the new search. Again, guys, we're trying to gather insights and data that makes us make better decisions. This is temporary. We think we're on the right track with the new search. I don't think we're going to say, let's bring the old search back. But the new search is an A/B testing. So if you're not seeing what I'm sharing with you, don't freak out. You will see. Some of you might see it, some of you might not. Okay? So with that said, I'm not going to focus on the grid search. I'm first going to focus on the search for users. Okay? And the comparison. All right? So first things first, when you click on search, you are actually having two options. You have people and trending. We've improved significantly how you connect and search for creators and users inside the platform. It was painful in the past. In fact, one of the learnings that we had with the one-day TikTok ban is that everyone that came from TikTok, the first thing they did is they went to the search because they were looking to search for content or they were searching for users, right? And at the time, we were not as ready as we would have liked. There were a lot of deficiencies there, and we improved that significantly, okay? I'm going to talk some of the things that we improved, okay? Number one, we are rewarding, yes, we are, those that are active in the community, that create content, that they give transparency. So, if you are a user that creates no content, but also has no profile image, no bio, you don't identify yourself, it kind of makes us think that you're not here to build community, right? It's okay if you don't consider yourself a content creator. We think all of you are content creators, and you're here to consume. But we would love for you to create a profile image, say who you are, share. That's how you build community and how you build genuine connections, right? So the new search, okay, you guys always ask me, hey, Rama, how can I get more visibility? How can you get more visibility? It's building genuine and relevant connections and telling the world about yourself. If you're a content creator, create content. Tell them about you through your bio, through your image. Participate. The more you do that, the more relevancy you're going to have in a search like this. So in the past, all right, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm just going to put Isaac. I'm going to use his bit. In the past, I used to put Isaac. Remember all those old Isaacs and clones that we used to get with no profile images? It was just random, right? It was not good. Now we're adding a weight relevancy, an algorithm, you can say, about how you're searching. And the other thing, I'm gonna go and look for Isaac, right? I'm there. The other thing is, I'm gonna get out. I just searched for Isaac. I went in there. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go back in. We also brought recency, so we're also helping you to look back at who you were searching for. Those details matter in social media, guys. Quickness, reminding who you were looking. Oh, I was looking for this creator. Oh, I was looking for this guy, this girl. Let me. Now, we made a decision, right? We made a decision to simplify the content creation, because at the end of the day, when you're looking for content, you want to look for it either visually or by searching it, okay? I'll drink some water because I've been talking for a while. So number one, we have a new grid search that brings all the different content types, okay? So we have flicks, we have audio. You can see that my audio room is there, so audio is there as well. You have images, videos, you have exclusive content here as well that you can see, and you have a lot of things really catered to you. This, I promise you, is going to get better and better and better, because guess what? In several weeks, the new robust algorithm is being deployed. And as we deploy that, we're going to show you to the world that wants to see you, and we're going to show you what you want to see as well. So this grid search is going to evolve, and it's going to become more and more relevant. So you're going to be able to see content that really matters to you based on how you experience Fanbase anywhere in Fanbase. And that's what's different about Fanbase. You know, wouldn't it be amazing that you are, I always use this example because that's who I am. I'm a big soccer player, right? I love soccer. So it would be great if you are looking at soccer content when you go to audio room, suddenly be recommended a conversation about soccer, about the World Cup coming up, right? It would be great when I go to the search, I actually am encouraged to see soccer, but also see other things that are breaker or are relevant to the sport of soccer as well. So what we want to build in Fanbase is an experience that we always show you what's new, what's cool, what's going in the community, and we change that. And this new search, this new grid search, is the first step towards that, okay? So it obviously has its own logic as well. We can have a separate conversation about that, but the new search is gonna be, I think it's gonna be great. We're obviously doing A/B testing, and this will also evolve into you being able to search for content just like you would search for content anywhere else, including Google or anywhere else. Okay, so the new search, it definitely has changed, and it's bringing a lot, so I encourage you to check it out. I'm running out of time, so I wanna simplify things, okay? With this, again, there's bug fixing, there's other experiments that are happening as well. If you are a creator that has a lot of subscribers in Fanbase, we're building a pilot tool, and we're gonna reach out to you for you to use it too. So we're also thinking about new revenue features inside and outside the platform that are actually being piloted within this release as well. So a lot of new things that gets us super excited. We've been working in this for a lot of months. We started in January, and the team has been doing amazing, but there's still a lot more coming up. There's still the new algorithm, there's still refactoring notifications. We have the content creation simplification. So when you go to the plus, now you're gonna be able to create content, no matter if it, 16 by 9, if it's vertical, if it's horizontal, if it's 5 minutes, if it's 2 minutes. We're truly simplifying the content creation, because we want content creation to be something that's not only fun, but it's simple. So then you have fun consuming the content or sharing and building content inside Fanbase, okay? So there's a lot more coming up, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this brief walkthrough that I have for release, the new release 3.12, okay? With that said, let's see if you have any questions. We have a few more minutes. I'm starting here. Let's see. Someone says, awesome, adding recent search history. Yeah, we have recent search history. Let me show. I'm gonna go and search for some of you. I'm gonna go Tommy, where are you? Oh, I think I already. I'm sorry, let me spell you. Tommy, I didn't find you. We gotta look at that. Yes, I thought I found you. Let's go for another one. Let's go for. Oh, I like this one. Boom, Silver Fox. I see you there. Following you. Boom. I go back into the search, and boom, recent history is there. All right. Let's see what else we have. Someone said, these are the types of rooms I like to be drama-free. I love doing these rooms. I try to do them as much as I can, and we hope to empower a lot of these rooms. There's gonna be, it's already been approved. There's gonna be the marketing team is preparing a brand new room that is really, really cool. That all I can say, it's built around how they can support and empower you as a creator and how you can market best yourself as a creator. I can't wait for the audio that's coming. All right, what else we have? Someone said, that's the new type of search keywords in all posting types? Not yet, it's coming. It's coming, not yet, but it's coming. I can't wait for the new algorithm. Us neither. The team is working really, really hard. That's gonna be pretty awesome. And if you're an investor in Fanbase, you wanna know that the way we're building the algorithm is as scalable as it gets, really unique. And it's gonna be an IP by itself. So it's not just value to the creators and our users, it's gonna be value to Fanbase and for those that invest in Fanbase as well. So let's see. So real footage, we're not going to, the algorithm, I can tell you already, it's not going to be based on the caption or the hashtag. It's going to be based on a lot of variables. Also, we're utilizing AI to recognize images, videos. So, if you are someone that you put a burger picture and suddenly you hashtag it as explore page, I know a lot of you do that, or something like that, we're not gonna say, okay, this is an explore page type picture. It's gonna really go through the variables, make sense out of it, and we're all about interest-based. At the end of the day, we're looking for genuine connections. If you're interested in a topic or an interest, we wanna share content related to that, and also content that might be disruptive from that, but it's still related to what we think you might like, right? So we're not trying to shove content in your face, and if you build community, you also want those that stick with you and like the type of content that you talk about and you post, right? So relevancy matters. It's not just about views. Can we bring you 1 million views? We can. That's easy. Can we bring you 1 million relevant views? That's exactly what we're working on right now. All right? All right, guys, 6:01 here. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Man, a lot of energy. What you're seeing here is the new look and feel. Again, new top navigation, new bottom, new experience, search, all across really the entire platform, and we're getting really, really good feedback as well. Okay? With that said, I'm gonna stop sharing so you can see me. I've been sharing a lot already. I wanna say thank you, guys. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties with the internet connection here in the office, but we got that figured out. And what we did is we focused entirely on the new version, okay? So the new version that we have out there, if you didn't hear, is version 3.12, okay? Sorry, let me see. I have so many versions here that I want to make sure. Yeah. All right. Sorry, 4.12. I knew I was missing something. 4.12. iOS. You should. All of you have the new version now. For the search, we're doing A/B testing, so some of you might not get it. For Android, we're about 30% rolled out so far. So be patient. You're gonna get it, I promise you. And with that said, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're seeing issues, if you want to give more feedback on what you like, what you don't like, please check your phone. Our tech support team is gathering all that information. The product team is meeting and triaging that, and we're going to be continuing improving and improving the experience. But hopefully you guys are seeing and noticing how we've been quiet lately, but we've been quiet because we work really hard at bringing meaningful releases that really impacts our creators and our user base, okay? So with that said, I want to say thank you for the bottom of my heart, of our hearts, for being here and being part of the community as users, for those that are investors investing in Fanbase. We want to close the race. We are at 13 million. We want to get to 17 million. If you can go to startengine.com/fanbase, you can help, but not only help, you can help yourself because you would own the very same platform that you can change by simply creating content, bringing your content and your audience, and sharing to the world. All right? So with that said, I'll be here again next Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, next Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. See you next Thursday. Take care.